Greetings, beholders. You are watching The Painted Dungeon. I am Stephen Oakes, comic book artist and miniature painter. And these are some of my closest friends, who you will see, if not in this camera shot, and it'll come up. Players, let's have some introductions, starting at my right with Andres.
Hi, I am Andres Cardenas. Quick introduction, I've been playing D&D with our Dungeon Master Steve for, I think, 8 years now, something long like that. And
Long time.
Yeah, about that time. And I currently play a Yanti, and his name is Zulkul Isuza, and he has a very interesting lisp. So you're going to get to see all that action. But that's me.
Hey, I'm Emmy. Do I have to give my last name?
Nah, you don't have to do your last name.
Okay, wow. Okay. I have been playing for, 2-3 years now? And I'm playing an Amazonian paladin named Erlen Dawnstrider. That's about it.
I'm Mike. I'm her brother and his brother-in-law. And I've been playing with Steve and Andres and Dee for about 3 years now. This year? 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
No. 4 years this year. And I play Shocking, it's a human. And his name's Thram. And he likes to fight because he's a fighter. So, that's me.
It's good. Let's start with D.
All right. D. This is actually my first time playing a human and a barbarian like that. So I was always never played a human. I'm also going to be doing a lot of production for the show, so hopefully it comes out good.
I'm Daniel. People call me Danny. My character's name is Gilby. He is a dragonborn, a golden dragonborn, and he's a bard, so he loves to play music.
Okay, I'm Bianca. I'm Danny's wife, and he introduced me to D&D a few months ago. And I'm a...
It's been like 6 months.
Yeah.
It feels like a few months ago.
Yeah, my character is a rogue sea elf.
Awesome.
That's
Nice.
All right. So here at the Painted Dungeon, we will be playing a very homebrew version of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. And every mini or close to it will be beautifully painted by yours truly, Stephen Oakes. For all of our battles, we will feature beautifully painted terrain, dominantly handcrafted or at least hand-painted, with the help of some of my apprentices. Some of the terrain will just be some really cool aquarium pieces. If you see some minis that you like, many of these minis you see on our show, you will find available on our store, etsy.com/shop/Stephen with a V, Oakes, O-A-K-S, art. We will put a link in the description below. Today is the first episode of a brand new campaign I created, taking place roughly 40 years after our group's previous campaign, which all of us played in. And it takes place in the same region. Playing new characters, our party consists of rangers who are not rangers, with various powerful mythical mounts. Yes, this will be a very homebrew, very unique D&D campaign. One of the mounts will be a huge-sized creature, and the rest will all be large. Each have their own levels that I have also concocted. We have some exciting news about a giveaway, which I will pass the time over to Mr. Andres.
Hi! No, we do have a grand giveaway that we're doing. If you follow our new official media pages, both on Facebook, Instagram, at The Painted Dungeon, that's at, with the little @ The Painted Dungeon, we're running a like, comment, and share contest for the first week, starting with this episode's release on YouTube. You could win...
Very exciting here. Okay, so I came up with a whole deck of magic item cards, and I have a second one on the way. So you will receive Pyranax's Hoard of Magical Items. You will also receive the same template for these magic item cards. Let me give you a couple samples so that you can write your own. And these, the ones that I came up with, will come illustrated by me. And also, our big grand prize giveaway is a very, very exciting Fire Giant King I painted. I spent a lot of time on this, and you will get to enjoy one of these if you win our contest, which will be drawn at random, and it will last 1 week from the release of this video on YouTube. And it will go across Instagram and Facebook. Continuing, we will start our story tonight with 3 of our adventures in the city of Tidetown, built right above the Red Sea, seen here on the map. Let me actually take this map and get it into focus. So our party is starting right here. And I will post this map to social media this week so that everyone can follow along. So we're going to start with, we did something kind of interesting and different. 3 of you are separate from the other 3. Starting off, everybody is an ex-Purifier, and in my campaign you should know that Purifiers are a kingdom of human supremacists, and they recruit elves and other creatures, but they wind up indoctrinating them and often mutilating them, going through a process called purification upon graduation through their training program. They are heavily religious. They believe in the god Bane. They worship him, and he is the god of tyranny and subjugation, if you are unfamiliar with Forgotten Realms lore. The Purifiers specialize in making weapons and armor, and they have a large country down in the southeast that subjugates those around them. So we're going to start first off with our party to my right, and we left off before. Everybody is new to Tidetown, but you all have just joined into Tidetown at the Sleepy Mermaid Inn, and you've gotten a permit for your mounts to be ferried and follow you along the city, but they're not permitted on the city as it could be
Potentially disastrous.
could be problematic. Some of your mounts can be fiery at times, and they're all quite heavy, and some aren't too friendly to others as they are trained killers. So, last time we left off where you guys just bought the the Umberlee's room of the House of Pleasures of Umberlee.
Yeah.
So this is a very nice suite that is 3 rooms and very, very lush. There is a lot of freebies and snacks and accommodations with it. But you have all decided that you all need a bath. And is that something you guys wish to move forward with? Is cleaning off the dead troll that you slaughtered and got troll guts on you for the day before? So is that something you were starting with as we left off?
Yes.
I will be molting.
You will be molting. Will you be molting in the bath?
Actually, that sounds fantastic. Yes.
All right.
Great.
So, knock on your door short time later is Trevor, the young human boy, young man who is aspiring to be a bard at this well-to-do tavern. And he has a stack of towels in his arms. And he gives a good knock on your door. Who's going to answer? Or is someone?
I'll go and answer the door.
All right. So Thram comes and answers the door. And he says, "Oh, Master Thram, I have brought towels for all of you. The bath waters have been warmed and heated, and we are ready for you."
Excellent. One small problem. I'll take off my cloak and I'll be like, I'm gonna need help getting out of my armor.
"Oh, well, say no more, sir." And he steps inside, but he looks to you real quick for permission.
Come in.
He comes in, he sets the towels on the table, and he helps you disassemble your armor, so you take it off in about 30 minutes. Okay?
Are you wearing garments under that armor?
You are,
Well,
or
I would
you would
sure
be
hope
injured
so.
every battle.
I'm not letting something get pinched.
That'd be a lot of chafing.
Yes,
Well, they're still chafing. But
probably.
I will ask Trevor, is there someone or somewhere where I can get my armor cleaned and repaired? It's dented from battle.
Oh, well, I suppose I could give it a try. I've cleaned armor once or twice before, but I think I'm pretty good at it.
Okay, perfect. Well, for your help, I will. Here's a couple of gold. I'll hand him 2 gold pieces.
Oh, well, thank you. So
This
he
boy rich.
goes to work and
to shut up
sets
because
your
he's being
armor to the side in the room, which he will clean in the main common area of your suite.
Perfect.
Okay. Evelyn.
Erilyn. but yeah,
Erilyn.
You're close.
Erilyn and Zulcool. Are you two ready to go bathe as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you're all escorted to a bathhouse, and they're adjacent to their building, and he offers to clean your armor as well, and you have armor as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he's offering to clean all of your armor if that is something.
I think the 2 gold that Thram gave you is good enough.
Oh, of course, Master Zulcool.
I'll flip him another 2 gold.
Oh,
Humans are
thank you,
so
Master
generous.
so he goes to rigorous polishing of your armors as the bath has been prepared for you as you walk inside to the steamy bathhouse that has several baths to choose from. You each have your own private bath that is steamy and heated. And there is the sea elf you encountered before who was singing and playing the harp, Tysara. And she is singing a lovely elvish melody as you all get yourselves clean. And then afterwards, I assume you're going back to your room to armor up. Is that what you're doing or no?
Yep. I forgot to ask Trevor something.
I am keeping all my molting skin with me.
Now that's nasty.
Okay, well, periodically, Gloric will come in and check on you guys, and he'll say, don't mind me, as he reaches into your tub. he's got a little net with a little handle on it, and he's pulling out
Skimming
All my
skimmer,
skin,
a
all my
pool
skin. But I can leave those on the side. I want to keep those.
Oh, of course, Master. You got it. Gloric, the half-orc, tries to keep a poker face to the odd request, and
Does he come into all of our...
does honor. He comes into each of your bath, or at least early speaks through the drapes to check on you.
I will ask him to get me some new clothes. Just like they don't have to be expensive or necessarily. I just want clean clothes.
I will also ask for that.
I can bring a robe
That's great.
and have your clothes washed if you wish.
Perfect. That would be fantastic.
Typically a gold piece. Perhaps we could do 2 gold pieces for all of your clothes if that is desired.
I'll flip him 2 gold pieces.
Okay, thank you.
Since I have a magic pocket in my bath, I guess. Where I can flip him gold pieces
Well-
from.
Maybe you brought some coin with you for tips for extra perks.
How about that?
You were each brought a hot towel and a hot chocolate chip cookie for at the end of your bath and some grapes. Now back at the less luxurious tavern of the Jigging Squid, it is very loud and ruckus, and there is great thumpings going on underneath the main floor of the tavern. And we have Murad, the human barbarian who are you drinking again today?
Oh, always drinking. Always.
Who is already getting into his cups this fine morning. And we have Gilby, the Dragonborn. What are you up to?
I'll say, Murad, you stole me that drink.
Drink for the fine Dragonborn.
Linnea, whose son you rescued previous to coming to Tidetown, says, of course. And she goes and gets a drink from Pecan, the dwarf bartender, Pecan Waterbeard, and brings you a pint of ale.
And I'll just chug it down.
And how about you, Nareda? What are you up to?
Happy drink as well.
Okay, she brings you also a large pint, which is quite a bit of ale for an elf. But yes. Meanwhile, as this is going on, do you guys have any plans set out for the day? Either party. You're just exploring the town?
You're trying to find out who that nubbed orc is.
Yes,
with
on the map.
Shaved.
Okay.
I want to do that, and I also want to talk to the mayor again and see what he would need help with or what the town needs help with so that we can hopefully gain long-term residence there, since that was our main purpose of going down there.
Yes. Very good. So, making plans to do that, and this in reference to the parchment was a very fine map of the area, and it had a crappily drawn charcoal drawing of a stick figure orc, or just a stick figure character with stubby tusks, and a big smile on his face, and a hat, and holding a fish. Next to Tidetown, where they are now, and they are in search of this character. It was given to them by their former Purifier taskmaster, who died so that they could be free and escape. Gregor. What would you three like to set about doing today? Perhaps you'd like to explore Tidetown and get your bearings.
We'll stumble around.
Very good.
And I'll ask Narrate. I'll ask both. I'll ask. Were any of you able to speak to the mayor?
Yes, I did speak with him.
What did he say?
He didn't have any quest for us right now, so we can just explore the city or whatever.
Okay.
And he did give you a permit.
Oh yeah.
And the permit is to, which both parties also have acquired, is for their mounts to be ferried and follow them around the Tidetown. Okay, so you three, after maybe finishing your ales, do you eat or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Good bite.
You get.
And I'll play my lute.
You get your food. the lute. Make a performance check.
Okay.
And you all do hear periodically underneath your feet. You hear what it sounds like some banging going around. There must be some kind of level below. And then Linnea kind of looks nervous after some particularly loud bangings. And she's carrying some ale over to Nareda. And she says, "Oh, those sharks must be thumping against the below us again." Okay, and you guys can make a passive insight check. Just go ahead and make an insight check.
So I got 11 on performance, by the way, playing my lute.
Oh, very good. It is calming and relaxing, and there's a few other patrons who are nodding their appreciation, and one of them offers to pay for your table's meals.
Oh,
So
sweet.
you don't have to worry about that today.
We got a 12 on insight.
12.
Then
Okay,
you're
very
14.
good. And you're like, oh, if she says it's sharks, it must be sharks.
I got 21.
You got 21. Okay, you're like, she might be telling the truth. Or it doesn't quite sound like sharks. It sounds like something else. So you're pretty sure that's not what is happening.
Okay.
All right. You guys ready to go?
I'm done eating. Let's go.
You done eating, you get up and you start to meander and wander your way around. And you start to make a circle around Tidetown to get your bearings and learn where things are. While this is happening, you three have finished up your baths. You smell good. Your clothes are brought to you. They've been dried out, probably from magic. Otherwise, it's way too quick for something to dry out. Especially out in the middle on Tidetown, if you haven't guessed, sits atop the ocean. So you all get your clothes, which have been magically dried. You don your clothes. You don your armor. Time goes by. Then there is a loud crash outside, and everybody is quite alarmed. You hear inside of the tavern, the harp stops playing from Tessara, and there's a lot of commotion and concern. Everybody and all the patrons inside the tavern say, "Are we under attack again?" And they go and they look out the windows. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna go look out the window.
I'll make sure that I have my cloak on, but I'll make sure that I have
I
weapons.
want to be like this, just peeking out, just barely, just
Okay.
enough to see.
I'll go see
outside
if I
by
can
hiding my
find
face.
Trevor or Glork or even who is DiGiorno. His name's not DiGiorno, but it's close enough, isn't it?
It's
Or is it
DiGiorno.
There's DiGiorno Waterbeard, who's the
DiGiorno, who's
hostess of the tavern.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can find one of them and see if they know what's going on.
Okay. She and some of the staff are looking out window, and DiGiorno looks to you guys who are armed and armored, and she says, "Oh, you might have need of those weapons very soon. Keep them handy."
Who's out there?
Or
I
what's
don't know, but I heard a scream, she says. Gloric starts to walk towards the main entrance to exit.
I'll follow him.
Okay. You all follow?
Yep.
I will do what I will continue to do, and I will be in the middle.
Okay, you'll stay between your two bulky, beefy, high strength, high constitution allies who are heavily armored.
Indubitably.
Stepping outside, you guys see in the distance tentacles, massive, massive tentacles sticking up out of the water and strangling and smashing people, citizens against the docks, and wood is splintered in the distance.
Rolling it.
As you guys are walking and traveling, you also experience a very loud crash when you're on the southern end of Tidetown. And with this loud crash, you see a large tentacle as well burst out. And you see there is a watchtower nearby, and there's a couple of archers who start firing immediately at this tentacle. And you also start to see some creatures start to jump up and pull themselves up onto the docks. And these creatures look like sharks with feet. Let's have a quick break while I set up the scene. All right, so there are shark creatures and tentacles out in the water, and we have started an initiative as we have already established that during our quick break. So I'm going to read it out loud so everyone is aware. We start with Nareda, and then Zulkul, and then Thram, and then Gilby, and then Murad, and then Arlen, and then the creatures. You guys rolled quite well. It is Nareda. You get to go first. You guys will be somewhere back here. And at the start of the round, you guys see a Warforged character. I'm going to show him off real quick on my thing. If you can focus in on him. Maybe that'll help. It is a cool character. You'll find some of those on the shop. Some of those cool minis. All right. So this guy hollers out to you three as you're making your way around town, and you've just heard these crashes. As there are some archers up where he's at, and they're shooting at tentacles, and he hollers to you guys, seeing that you're armed and armored. And he says, "Oi, you guys! I'm Tanner, 6th Evoker Tanner, and I request that you guys go and help the Sleepy Mermaid Tavern." And he points you in the direction of the Sleepy Mermaid Tavern, as him and his guys focus somewhere else. Seems to be he thinks he's in charge. So, Narita, it is your turn. What would you like to do? And you guys will start back here on the map.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna go inside and see what's happening.
You're gonna go see what's happening?
Yeah.
All right. So you dash by. There is a townswoman, and she's hiding for cover. She's too shaken. The door's open, and she's just ducking and hiding. It's not a very good spot. Well, would you like to say anything to her?
No.
Okay. You go on, peasants.
No problem.
You dash past her, and you're gonna be making your way to the Sleepy Mermaid Tavern. Down to Zulkul. It is your turn. What would you like to do, sir?
Where are we positioned on that?
You guys have just come out of the tavern, and you are out on this what is a platform that normally is for entertaining.
If I whistle, will that take my action?
If you whistle, it will be a bonus action.
Very well. I will whistle with an animal handling check. Let's
To
see. what
call
happens.
your animal if he can hear
Yes.
you.
Lady
If she can
bird.
hear
Just
you.
kidding. No, Zeta.
Zeta!
No.
Zeta, I summon you!
And it comes out
And
as a
then you-
slither.
Yes, I'm more like
What did you get?
Animal handling would be,
plus.
it was 2 plus animal handling, which is...
1. Just kidding.
Where is it?
actually it is a 1. Negative 1.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So I do that with my bonus action, and then on the action I will cast Blur. Oh, yep,
Okay.
I will cast Blur on myself.
You cast blur on yourself. Your form goes wibbly wobbly, and it seems like there's a few of you moving really quick, like the Flash, and whoever that is. And then we are gonna go next. Would you like to use your movement at all? You're kind of just in front of the building.
Yes, I want to position myself where I can provide myself with some cover.
There is a barrel that looks to be used and ready for pickup. You can probably use use a little bit of movement to hide behind it.
Yes, that's what I will do.
Next up is Throm.
I'm going. Is it a bonus action for me to? How would I summon mine? Do I whistle or what? Because
Yeah, you would do a whistle as well.
All right. Well, hopefully.
Unless you wish it to be a snap of your fingers, but you don't know exactly how far away your mount is.
I'm just
That
gonna
would be the trouble
snap
with that.
and roll.
Your snap and roll. Okay.
And that
Let's see.
for animal handling, we are looking at an 11.
With your 11, you snap your fingers, and your mount does appear, which
Excellent.
is right here. And let me see one of those flying stands. Thank you. And your mount's Midnight Flame is hovering above the battlefield, about yay high. It seems that he's been circling your position. I'm going to set him right here, but know that he's going to be a good 80 feet up in the air.
Perfect. I'm gonna have him use his movement speed to come down enough to me so that I can use my action to mount.
Very good. He uses his movement to descend down to the ground, and he can actually choose not to burn things from his fire aura.
Perfect.
That's how you rate him safely. So you then mount him with your action, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. Next up is, I need to turn on some more uppity tunes. Next up is Gilby.
All right. I'll run in that general direction and I'll grab my loot and boom to see if
See if you call your...
see if Sobi hears this. So that's 11 plus 5, which is 16.
Okay. You guys kind of spot out here that your ferry is about at this juncture right here. So I'm going to move our very, very large, huge-sized Devilsaur, the dinosaur, who hears you, and then she begins to swim underneath the city structure. What is her speed again?
30
swim speed. So she's going to dash and get under here. She's underneath the city. So you
And I
saw
would-
her
what?
jump into the water, and you yourself have been heading, and you are falling in right behind Nareda.
Yeah.
You also see this woman cowering. There's an open door next to her, and she's just frozen hiding behind a railing, trying not to be seen. But it's not a very good hiding place.
And I'll say, "Lady, go and hide inside, where you'll be safer."
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, that's good. That is 24.
With your 24, she's like, "Ah, help me, Dragonborn! Help me, Shiny One!" And she reaches out her hands to you, and you can guide her along.
Yeah, I'll guide her.
Just quickly, you kind of push her inside, and she waits inside of the house where she's a little bit safer. She was paralyzed, but you inspired her with your majestic presence.
I'll be back later.
Okay. It is now Marad's turn.
All right, I'm gonna yell out, "Galley!"
All right. Go ahead and make your check.
Can't be worse than 1.
It definitely isn't gonna be worse than that.
Well, I mean, it
It's a
could
20.
be an actual.
With
critical
your 20? Okay. With your 20, you definitely, yes, you feel very good about the projection of your voice and the direction, and also, yeah, you're too far away for telepathy with your creature, but you're confident he heard you. So he is going to teleport to you, as he is able to do so. So right in the back, I'm gonna say right on this corner. He's gonna kind of block traffic a little bit, but you see him up ahead waiting for you.
All right, I will run up to him and mount on top.
You run up to him and you mount, and you are now mounted. Very good. He also has movement, so you could even move, or you can save that if you want to keep.
I'm
ranks.
gonna move to the nearest tentacle I can see. That's attacking.
There is a tentacle over here. There are also two shark creatures right here. that you.
Well, I was going to say, if those shark creatures, I will attack them first because they're the closest.
Okay. We will say, because
move
you're
to
using your movement this turn to get to them, that you will be able to use the charging ability on your first attack your next turn.
Okay.
Okay. Because yeah. Okay. So next up, now Narita, did you try to call Shadow Quill?
No,
No. Okay. All right.
that went too quickly for the.
You forgot. Since it's your very first turn, I will let you make an animal handling check to see how that goes.
9.
With your 9, you holler for Shadow Quill, and you weren't too sure. You're kind of stuck between some buildings. You weren't too sure how well your sound got out, but yes. All right. Next up is Arlen. It is your turn.
All right, I'm going to yell as loud as I can. Azrael to me, and I rolled an 18 for my animal handling.
Boom. Okay, appearing above you, your fiery nightmare redmare actually is what these are. These are like tieflings, but for horses and nightmares. Okay, next
Nice.
is Arlen.
And then I'm going to use my action to get on Azrael.
She uses her movement as well to descend down to you,
Do you need to remove?
and
And
and you use your bonus action because you used your bonus action already to mount. You are mounted. What was your question?
Just to remove them.
yeah, my mini's still there as well.
Thank you. Very good. Next up is the shark creatures. So next to you, Murad, I'm going to start over here on my right, as a creature. Let's see if you can identify what it is with a... You can use a nature check to determine what it is. I will also accept a history check because of what they are.
That'd be a 14.
With your 14, you know that these shark creatures are likely Sahuagin. Who knows? I will probably alter between the two as we continue. The Sahuagin looks to you and he says, meat! And he raises his spear up as your unicorn is getting ready to charge him. He's going to try to spear you, and he's going to get a quick spear attack in before getting attacked himself. Let's see how he does. Oh, he rolled mighty. He got a 21 to hit Galadesh, your unicorn mount. And that is going to deal 12 damage.
Ooh.
Now, right after impaling for 12 points of damage, you see that his eyes go completely solid black, like a scary part in a Disney aquatic movie, and that's legal, right? And then this other shark creature turns around and he says, blood, and he's gonna roll with advantage because of his blood frenzy trait. The Sahuagin gets a 16 to hit Galadesh,
That will hit.
which also hits, and also he's gonna bite himself. He's not gonna bite himself though. Himself is going to bite, dealing 12 points of damage to Galadesh. And then over here, these shark creatures, they are going to pop up out of the water and blow darts at that looks like Throm. And Throm, since you are perpendicular facing, they're going to be firing it at you. And so, but it's just
within
blow
5 feet
darts.
of me.
He is not.
Okay.
He is not. Yeah, I assumed you guys needed some space to mount up. So that's why you were placed where you were at. And so these creatures, let's see how their blow darts go. Oh, I'm rolling great tonight, guys. This is good news for our campaign.
He's not even
Yeah.
rolling his natural 20 monster, which is that red one right there, because that thing rolls lots of natural 20s.
Yes, that is the bloody dice.
The
bloody
AC
die.
is still 23 without anything else, so...
Well, good. Even with that high roll, their modifiers are not very good. So a 21 does hit you, though.
No, it does not.
It does
I have
not.
a 23 AC.
So none of them hit you. So they have to natural 20 to hit you. Okay, your armor is very superior, being crafted in the Purifier realms, and you being well armored as a character. And so the blow darts just dink dink and bounce off of your armor, and you are safe from their attacks. You see over here, this little guy is going to take off and jump down. I don't know if he'll be on the camera or not, but just know that one of the shark creatures ran off screen towards a watchtower in the distance. Now this armored, different looking shark creature, let's have Thram, Arlen, and Zulkul do a history or nature check to see if you know what this is.
I don't.
I will also
level 7.
actually accept an Arcana check in this rare instance.
21.
21. 8.
Arcana.
With your 21 Zulkul, you did some studies back at your homeland, your home country in the northeast, and you are aware of lycanthropy not just being for wolves but for other creatures. This appears to be a were shark that is armored, and it makes its way. It's going to go 5, 10, 15. Let's make that a 20, getting up there. 25, 30. And it does have a spear which gives it reach. So it is able to reach Arlen. It's going to attack your steed
It's gonna have disadvantage.
with disadvantage, Azrael. And he strikes with the spear, and it bounces off of the armor, and he strikes with the spear again, and it also bounces off of the armor. Yes. So next up is the tentacle. All right, the tentacle has been swiping around, and it submerges, and I'm actually going to just tilt it on its side so that we know that is underwater, and you guys don't know where it's at right now. But it swiped around, it looked like, and it kind of crushed some clipped a building, dealing some damage, but it didn't. I don't know. It went underneath the water. You don't know why it's doing what it's doing. Next up is Nareda.
There is that tentacle as well.
There is, and over there, that is a NPC battle, so that will be
Okay.
an off-camera just for the sake of art. If it's in shot, great. If not, no worries. You guys won't be involved with it. That is a watchtower with guards. So Nareda, you are right here. You do not see Shadow Quill at this time if you wish to give another call just to be sure.
No.
Nope. Okay. That's fine, because Shadow Quill did notice her allies, his allies, depart. So Shadow Quill, being part air elemental, is going to move quite quickly, as it's going to jump up and it's going to go about 60 feet here, and another 60 feet. It's gonna settle right on what would be this railing, and it is making its way to you, and you hear a in the distance, knowing that it is getting close, that he is getting close. Yes. And then you also have your movement and action still. So right now, just since I know you can't see very good,
Yeah.
you want to follow behind Galadesh, is that what you would like to do for the meantime?
That's what I'm gonna do.
If you like, you can, if you have your bolts equipped, you can actually make an attack
Yeah.
against one of the Sahuagin creatures.
Okay. Can do. Does 18 hit?
An 18 does hit. You're not heavily armored these ones.
Is it gonna be a sneak attack?
This will be a sneak attack because they are engaged with Galadesh
Okay.
and Murad.
That's 15. Where's my D10?
That,
21.
All right. And actually, this is one of your assassination ability
Oh yeah.
can come into place here.
So a crit.
So it's a crit, and I'll just tell you because I know the math there already. But you fire off with your one-handed, powerful, modified Purifier bolter. You fire off a bolt into the Sahuagin, and he falls over dead. As your bolt pierces through his eye, and he just flops on the deck like a fish, and he's dead. You've killed him. All right. Next up is Zulkul.
First thing I do. Zeta. I rolled a 17 for that time.
Very good. Okay. Now your mounts was the only one on its being ferried
Yes.
on its ferry. So do you have written down? I can't remember if I marked down your swim speed.
Swim speed is 25.
Excellent. So Zeta, being part dog, this blue drake, in order to have some cooperativeness, the Purifiers have bred a variety of mounts, powerful mounts, and a little bit of American Bulldog had to be put into this blue drake to make it more cooperative. So this very eager, very happy to hear its master calling for it. Zeta, the blue drake, jumps into the water and begins to swim and then dash to its nearest point where it can reach you, which is this dock that is just above the water. It might need you to go to it. You are unsure how it will do with its short legs getting up onto the deck. Okay, next
Well, I still
is
have
the rest of
attack.
your turn.
No, yes, I have the rest of my turn. I will go ahead and Hexblade Curse the armored Wereswahugan.
The were shark.
Were shark.
That was
yes.
just a were shark.
Yeah, Were shark.
Excellent.
And I will dash towards Zeta.
Well, if you dash towards Zeta,
You can't.
you will provoke an attack, but you can dash to her still. If
I am
you want.
blurred, so that is fine.
You are blurred. Okay, excellent. So you're gonna go there, and then you're gonna dash. I'm gonna have you go this way because you don't want to be slowed by swimming. So you dash to the far end of the dock. Let's see how that disadvantaged attack, which misses you. Just you duck and dodge it as you are sprinting, and you are making your way to Zeta. Next up is Thram.
I'm gonna back up. Let's see. So I'm about 15 feet away from that guy.
Yes.
I'm gonna back up. About 5
feet?
10
Oh,
feet, and I'm
okay.
gonna charge at him.
Excellent.
So the fiery hooves will hit because that is a. Where's the 16 plus 4? So that's a 20, not natural, to hit him.
Excellent.
So
You
he will take.
definitely hit him.
He's going to take 10 physical damage, 15 fire damage, and he is going to get knocked back 5 feet closer to the edge of the water, I guess, or closer to the edge of the dock. And I will close the distance again, and I will hit him with my flail. I will most likely miss the first time, because that is a 12. And I did cast Fighting Spirit and Action Surge. So the first attack is a 12. I'm assuming that does not hit.
Your 12 will bounce off of his armor.
The next one will definitely hit because that is a 22.
Yes.
And he's going to take a whopping 5 damage from my flail.
Oh shoot, dude! Wow, kind of killing it.
Doing the flail proud. All right, so
yeah.
you swing in sideways. It bounces off of his armor. With the bounce back, you use the momentum to keep the speed of the blunt object going on as its chain whips down, with the blunt end smacking him right in his unarmored hammerhead face, dealing a whopping 5 points of damage. But your mount was able to, right as that was happening, club him in the face and sear that fish. And fish, they get seared when they're being cooked. And
Fish is back on the menu, boys.
he is looking hurt after your ambush there. Next up is Gilby.
Can I have Galadesh take his legendary action?
You sure can.
He's going to heal himself for 11 hit points.
Galadesh, his unicorn glows and lights up with celestial holy light, and he heals himself for 11 hit points.
Okay. So, how far can Sobek get?
Well, Sobi is under the water. You do not see Sobi. You know that you probably want to find some kind of large enough opening for Sobi to come out. And,
Yeah.
Unless you want to jump in the water and hope he sees you.
No, I'll be going this way, kind of that open.
Excellent.
And there's a guy there, isn't there?
Mhm.
Okay, and while I'm running there, that direction, I'll use Dissonant Whisper
What was Sobi's swim speed again?
at 30.
All right. He is on his next turn will surface.
Okay.
But yes, you. What was your
And
question?
I'll use Dissonant
Dissonant
Whisper
Whispers.
on the guy.
He does a saving throw.
Yeah, Wisdom.
He got a 15.
15. Yep, he made it, but he'll take half of the damage. So 3d6, which is 6, 7, 8. So 4 damage.
And then remind us, what does Dissonant Whispers do?
So it's just basically a whisper in his ear of anything, so I can tell him like, you're gonna die, and he kind of goes crazy.
So
But since he's saved, he only takes half of it.
you say you're gonna die, but it does some brain damage to him.
It does.
Yes.
So it takes 4 damage.
Takes 4
That's already
damage.
halved. So
I hope so, with 4 damage.
yeah.
Esmeralda.
All right, I'm gonna stare down at this little shark and then Galadesh charge at him.
Excellent.
And it's gonna be a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits the Swaggin.
Okay, that is going to be 18 damage.
So dealing 18 damage to the Swaggin shark creature as he is impaled as by the charging unicorn. Blood starts spurting out from his shoulder onto both of you.
That's the same one that I introduced.
That is the same one. So with your combined efforts, you bring down the Swaggin creature. I'm going to say Sahuagin now on because I think that I heard once it might be the proper way. Okay, Sahuagin is dead. Not Sahuagin. It is now Arlen's turn.
All right, I'm going to.
There's no one there
I'm
to
going to
attack.
attack, and
Oh, yeah,
Azrael
that's
is going to attack the wereshark. The lowest hit was an 18.
All of your attacks will hit the wereshark.
All right, so he's going to take 25 fire damage, 25 damage, 10 physical, 10 fire, plus another. 15. Sorry, plus another 5 for my fire aura, and then I'm going to.
How much damage was that total?
30.
30? Okay, just
He
making sure I
takes-
had it right.
He takes 5 fire damage from mine too.
Yes, he does.
Forgot about that.
And
Alright.
then I need. I'll just. I'm using divine. Wow. I'm using divine smite as well, so he's going to take 14 damage from my longsword.
Excellent. So, right after getting pummeled by Throm, you come in and your nightmare Azrael hose him with your fiery hooves, smashing into his shark face as well. And then you come in with your sword and finish him off as he falls down to the ground.
I regain temporary hit points that I can't use.
Now, what... yes, he falls down dead. Next up is... And you regain some hit points because of the kill that you
Yes,
helped
but I
with.
hadn't taken damage yet, but that's okay.
Okay. I see. Excellent. The sharks are now up. Now, Sobi, as he is about to surface the water like the Lake Placid T-Rex that he is, he actually sees something, and a creature comes out and bites and attacks him. A shark under the water, a very large great white shark, comes out and takes a bite that will definitely hit him with a 20, dealing 32 points of damage as this massive great white takes out a chunk of flesh and scales with his teeth.
Okay.
Yes. Now I will go with the other sharks. Okay. First off, this tentacle that I ominously said went down into the water is going to pop up right here between Zeta and Zulkul. It's going to make an attack against Zeta. That is going to be definitely a hit. It gets well over 20 to hit, actually 30 to hit. Dealing 22 points of damage to Zeta. Zeta needs to make a grapple escape check. You can use its special strength saving throw for this as a unique feature.
Where is
So
that?
is for
Special
you.
save,
Is
there it is.
plus saving?
Strength plus con.
Plus saving.
I can't remember.
I add
I
my
was-
constitution is what it is.
Okay.
I will roll that. Oh, that is gonna be really good. That is so far 24 plus the constitution.
That's not Constitution. You are using your strength for this, but it's the same number, which is 7.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yes.
So 18 plus 7 is what it is.
Good. You needed an 18 to escape, so Zeta shrugs it off and is not too happy about this tentacle getting in the way and endangering it and its master. So, back to the shark creatures. So these Sahuagin pop up,
Blow dart me again.
and they're going to try to blow dart you again. They don't know better just yet. They are smart, but they aren't.
Not that smart.
They're not that smart at this time. So one of them gets 22 to hit you, which still misses.
Yep.
Very good.
Do you use shield, or is that just what you're armor?
He's just
My
got
AC
high
is 23.
I'm going to use this and push these guys out of the way, just so it is more clear
We're
to
not
the-
fighting.
to the sight. Now that I made this look like. Okay. Yes. Those guys are occupied with a watchtower presently. And I think that is all of the shark creatures at this time. Next up, it is Narita's turn. So Shadow Quill continues and jumps down and onto this roof, and you can use an athletics check to try to climb it, or you can wait for Galadesh to move and hold your action.
I got 14.
You got a 14? Okay. You're able to climb up and use the rest of your movement and your main action to mount Shadow Quill. But Shadow Quill still has a little bit of movement left, but he won't be able to reach any enemies yet. But I can move you guys a little bit closer right here to the action. Okay? As your elemental raptor hippogriff hybrid jumps and leaps easily, like gliding like air, like it's weightless almost, from rooftop to rooftop. Excellent. Zulkul, it is your turn.
Zeta, lightning.
Zeta's going to use her lightning breath then.
Yes,
Excellent. All right. Yeah.
Attack roll?
Nope. The tentacle does a dex save, which it gets a 13. So it'll take the full brunt of the damage,
Yep.
plus some extra being underwater. Being underwater, we're gonna add another, just another couple points of damage to it. In
Okay,
this
so that is 50 lightning
52.
damage.
52 lightning
So we're doing
damage.
52 lightning damage to the tentacle that is currently attacking her. I will use my action to mount Zeta. I will try to pull Zeta up out of the water, actually.
Oh.
So she is on the dock instead,
Well,
actually.
you won't be able to help pull her out.
I want to make sure that she uses her movement speed and can get out. Let me say that first. Can she move? Is she? She's not grappled.
She's not grappled, no. She tries to use her movement speed. What's the weight on her again? It is on your sheet.
5,200 pounds.
Lord.
Okay, as she starts to climb up, she's pulling herself up and having her weight kind of needing to push off this one spot. It unfortunately breaks through a couple boards of the Titan. It doesn't seem like she's able to get on there and support her weight that well with the... Yeah, especially being focused on just a couple boards to pull herself out.
I will actually not mount, seeing as if she gets pulled under, she probably will do better than I will under the water.
Okay.
But I will stay right here. If she does start getting pulled under, then I will jump in. But for now, I will attack the tentacle in front of me, utilizing just a regular attack. Actually, that's not advantaged. Sorry. That is going to be a 15.
With your 15, you do hit. This is just a fleshy tentacle. As you are attacking with your sword.
Yes, I am attacking with my sword, which has Pact of Blade as well as Improved Pact. So that will actually deal 14 damage as I roll a 7.
All right, you swing your sword across the tentacle, dealing 14 points of damage, and the tentacle goes down. It is severed between the already bloody tissue from Zeta before. You attack at that point, and that tentacle is severed and gone.
Absorb the soul.
Zeta, sorry,
Razor.
your sword, Black Razor. You hear in your a voice in your head. Yes, a satisfied blade.
Another satisfied customer.
Yes.
Are you going to? You're not going to mount.
No, I will not mount at this present moment.
Thram, it is your turn.
Well, seeing as these guys have not learned their lesson that they can't hit me, I'm going to fly over there. Well, before I fly over there, I am going to use my gauntlet of weapons. I'm going to switch to my crossbow. I hopefully hit him. It's an 11 to hit him.
You do not. It goes. Psh, it hits through the water, not hitting them.
Well,
how the turntables.
Seeing, yeah, oh how the turntables. Yep. Yeah. And just at that point being somewhat upset, I will tell Midnight to run over there and just freaking pummel him.
All right.
And she will hit. That is a 19 to hit.
With a blaze through the air, she quickly and speedily moves the two of you right to them, and she attacks.
And she, with the fire aura, and with the charger, and with her regular attack, that's going to be a nice solid 35 damage.
Wait, how much of that was fire damage?
15. 15
No,
fire.
20.
Yeah, 20.
Okay.
20 of that was fire damage, and then 15 of that is
Physical?
physical damage.
Okay. You do take note as actually she just hits him in the head and he's dead.
Cool.
There is something else there, but you wouldn't really notice it as she just killed him with one kick. Yes, she breaks his skull as she hits him with her hoof, and he kind of bobs a little bit for the moment in place. Next up is Gilby.
Okay, so as I see Sobi come up, I'll just jump on him.
You see Sobi's silhouette like right underneath the water, and you see that he flinched and spasmed like something just bothered him. But you dive under the water and you jump on his back, and right as you are doing so, you spot that. Actually, you were all the way back here. So you would have moved all the way up to this point and then dashed to... I'll say you're able to dash and make it onto his back pretty comfortably, but fairly comfortably. But you do spot that there is a massive shark that just is attacking Sobi underwater at this time.
Okay, would Sobi be able to attack?
Sobi is, yes.
Okay. So he'll go and bite at the
The Great White.
Great White, so... And that's probably missed, but... well, 9 plus 4, 13. Does a 13 hit?
A 13 does hit.
Okay, he'll take 32 damage, and he needs to make a grapple save. Because he's biting into him.
Yes. He is grappled as he tries to flinch away as Sobek's massive jaws sink into the side of the shark, getting a firm grip onto it, and it is kind of flailing as it's trying to shake free, but unable to as it has a really good grip kind of near the back of its tail. Next up is Murad.
All right, do I see...
You see
anything around?
Gilby's head barely just under the surface of the water. You do spot Sobek's torso under there. You notice that they're not surfacing for some reason. There are shark creatures, so there is some logic to deduce from that.
But I don't see, there's no more shark creatures up around.
In your immediate vicinity, where you are on Galadesh, you're actually in a very enclosed area, and that's about the only spot you can see as you are surrounded by structures. Where you're at.
Well, seeing Gilby jump in, I'm going to jump in too. I'm going to jump in off of Galadesh and dive in.
Smell.
All right. So you jump in, and you guys will have to swim at half speed, and I think you're still able to make an attack against the shark, which you see its back tail fin is bit down by Sobek.
Okay, so I'm going to rage. Let's see what happens.
Is it disadvantaged if you're? He gets an.
Your attack will be disadvantaged with your axe, but the unicorn horn will not be disadvantaged.
Okay. So I'm now surrounded in arcane energy, and
Yes.
my AC is increased by 2. And whenever a creature within 10 feet of me hits me with an attack, the creature takes force damage equal to my constitution.
Oh, that's awesome. So
nice.
so you start lighting up, glowing as you are a primal path barbarian,
Wild soul.
wild soul barbarian. Yes, I believe it's coming out in one of the new D&D module books coming out soon.
Yeah. So I will recklessly attack. So I just roll regularly. That's going to be 21 to hit.
You definitely hit the shark.
Terrible. Terrible. Oh my gosh. So that's going to be 6 damage.
Oh yeah.
And then Galladash is going to attack and critically fail.
Nice.
Okay. Right as Galladash is getting ready to impale the shark, the shark is flipping its head back and forth, and it flips to the side, and it bites at Galladash, aiming for his snout. Is that what you call it on a horse, or does it have a different name?
Snout.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
That's going to be a 21 to hit
That will hit.
Galladash. He bites him right on the nose, dealing 32 points of damage. Luckily, there's some good bone there to keep him intact, but he bucks in pain underneath the waters. Oh,
Alright, I'm going to have Galladash take his legendary action and heal himself for 11.
excellent. Very good call. He instinctually is like, nope, not gonna let that happen under salt water, and his horn lights up and he heals himself for a chunk of that damage just dealt. Next up is Arlen.
Okay, I can't see what's near me. Is there?
Yes. Okay, you see that some people are jumping in the water, and you see blood and thrashing underneath the water. You see that is an underwater battle. Don't know how you feel about that. There
Not
are
great.
some sharks and a tentacle over on the other watchtower that look like they might need help, but they are farther than they look right there. They're actually off in the distance. They're gonna be a
There's
couple
also
turns away.
one shark man next to me that's still alive.
There is a shark man next to him that's still
Let's
alive.
go for him.
Okay.
He seems nice.
Very good.
My lowest hit is going to be a 16.
Yes.
Great. So I will hit him, and Azrael will hit him. What? Yeah, no. Can I charge him?
Yeah.
Great. So then he's going to take 35 damage, 15 of it's physical, 20 is
Fire.
fire. And then I will hit him with my longsword, and I will do another 11 damage.
Very good. Coming in, your mount comes in and kicks him in the face, and you come with your sword to stab, but his body is bobbing, already dead, and floating in the water.
He's dead.
Good to know.
See you.
Yes. And that was Arlen's turn. It is now the shark's turn, and this shark is not very happy, but he has nowhere to go because someone has his fin. So he's going to bite at Galladash.
So, and I'm going to use my reaction to use cutting words and say, "No, shark, underwater."
I don't know if you can cast that underwater.
Oh, really?
I assume you have to actually speak.
Yeah, that's verbal.
So,
That's right.
so you start
That's
to
true.
utter the spell, and you're like, "This is stupid." You decide not to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So this thrashing shark is going to make that attack against, and since Galladash is injured, it's with advantage. It's definitely going to hit again, dealing another 32 points of nasty damage to his face. This time he bites him on the side. It is in a different spot, but it is his bloody, gross, unpleasant mount at this time. Narita, it is your turn. You see your companions are under the surface of the water as there's thrashing and blood in the water.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
You're gonna go assist them under the water. You're gonna dive.
Yep.
Okay. So you go and you dive underwater, and you're able to land underneath the building. So I'm gonna put you on top of it because that is not how the physics of this 3D terrain works. But we'll just know that you're underwater in that spot, and you were able to with your your underwater speed. Did I write it on there?
No.
Okay. I knew I forgot someone's. So yours is going to be half your speed plus 5 because you can move a little bit faster. But that's 60. So you're going to actually move 35 feet underwater. So I'll say you are able to make it. Actually, you're able to make it and make those attacks.
Okay.
That's a D6.
Now, your raptor griff will actually, because one of her attacks is her beak, his beak, he's actually fine. So
He has advantage, doesn't he?
he will have advantage. Yes.
Like critical damage.
No. You have advantage. It's a you don't take damage squared.
That's what
Yeah,
you just said.
but I got 9 to hit on my attack.
You got a 9 to hit.
Yeah, and let's push it up.
Yep, spells advantage.
It was a crit for him.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yep.
Oh, nice. So Shadow Quill scores a crit.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So it's double the damage. That is 28.
Yeah. So
56.
Yep.
Shadow Quill comes in with his nasty raptor hippogriff beak, and he bites right into the right behind the jawline of this creature, this massive shark that is attacking and biting at Galadesh, and he snaps all the way next to his bone of his spine, and then the shark just stops altogether and lets go, and it is dead. Dead in the water. You finish it off. All the creature sharks in the immediate areas appear to be dealt with.
Sobek will devour the fish.
He bites. He's going to town on his turn. He can do this.
Okay.
There is still things happening.
Okay.
So that was Narada's turn, and with your passive perception around, you actually notice in the distance both that direction and this direction much closer underneath through the buildings. You were able to spot there is more tentacles that are coming up on this side of the building, and they appear to be right next to this tavern. And there's also more shark creatures that are popping up over in this vicinity over here. So that would be where to head next for the battle. Next up is Zulkul. You spot
What am I
kind of the
spotting?
same thing. You will, if you're underwater, you are spotting this.
I am not underwater.
You are not underwater.
I'm on the dock still, and
You are on
Zeta's
the
in the
docks.
water.
Zeta's in the water.
What do I spot with my passive perception?
What is your passive perception?
9.
You can make an active perception check, as it is your turn.
Doesn't matter. It's still bad.
No.
His passive.
You're
is
like,
better.
ha! We showed that tentacle, and
That's pretty cool.
you can try to mount up, or you can just stay and where you're at. You don't really see any danger in your immediate vicinity. You do hear screams from this direction and that direction. You do see
Which
that
ones
there
sound
are.
closer? Do I get enough of that? Would
This
that
one
be terrible?
sounds a little closer.
Okay.
You do. I mean, you're also going to notice there's a bunch of other Purifier mounted characters around you guys.
I'm
And
avoiding those characters.
yeah, a
and
lot of
I am
people are avoiding
running.
those.
I am going to try to run towards the tavern where we're staying at.
You are.
Zeta, because Zeta currently can't get on the dock, and I don't know how comfortable I feel under the water in my character form.
Okay.
I will run. I'll have Zeta follow me under the deck, under the dock, and I will run that direction. And how far is that battle happening? I'm curious because of something that I can't do.
Okay. You hear that going on, and as you are starting to use your movements in this direction, I'm going to say you're going to dash. She's going to dash as well, but she's not up here. She's underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear sounds coming from inside of the tavern itself.
Okay. I've dashed then.
Okay, you dash to get to the door.
Yes.
Next up is Thram.
Seeing that he went. Well, I guess I wouldn't have seen that.
You can make a perception check.
Nice.
7 plus 4 is 11. My passive perception is better.
With your 11, you hear that there's sounds in both directions. You've seen Zulkul head towards back into the tavern. You also know that there's a bunch of Purifier, what seems to be Purifier attire characters thrashing in the water next to where you guys were.
Seeing as how we're no longer Purifiers, I'm not going to offer my help to them, and I'm going to start going that way. And I'll fly the 80 feet and hopefully make it into the tavern.
Okay, well, your mounts will not fit through the doorway, I will say.
Then what I'll do, will I see stuff? I'm gonna fly up at an angle while I'm going that way so that I can get like an aerial view of the battle and see if I can see other.
Okay, flying up at an angle, you see part of a tentacle, a couple tentacles that are reaching into the building from the back.
Okay.
Is what you're able
And
to see.
where am I at?
And you are with your 80 feet, you're able to get about right here before doing any
Would I
damage.
be able to make a shot with my crossbow at the tentacles, or would they have full cover?
They will have full cover.
Okay.
They're behind a balcony, and yeah.
Then what?
But your mount can use this action to dash, and then you can be able to shoot it just fine.
Okay. Then what I'm going to do. Actually, instead of. Yeah, no, I'm going to do that. I'll have her dash, and I'll still stay at that same height. And I will shoot down. I'll re-roll this because that was for something I was going to attack there, but it's dead, so. Okay. And. Ooh, that's a good roll. I'm assuming 19 hits the tentacle.
19 hits the tentacle.
Perfect. It's going to take 14 damage from my crossbow.
All right, very good. You fire a good shot into the tentacle. The tentacle flinches for just a quick second as the spear-like, as you're firing from a massive
Heavy.
two-handed crossbow, Purifier craft that is very nice. Deals a lot of damage at 14 points of damage into this tentacle. Gilby, it is now your turn.
Okay, I'll just come out of the water to kind of look and would I be able to see him?
Yes, as you pop out of the water, you see armored Purifier running in there, and you see also right next to you is a nightmare, a red mare, and a armored knight figure riding atop the red mare.
Okay. Seeing that the rest of the things are dead, I'll be kind of off, but I'll see him running into there, and I'll just scream out, kill all those that oppose, and I vertically inspire you. For
Me?
yeah, it's a 1d6. No, 1d6.
1d6. All
You
right.
roll the d6 or I roll the d6?
You roll the.
You can roll it on
roll
your
it.
when you want to use it.
Yes.
That's right.
So you have a bardic.
That's for attacks
And
and,
then-
the saves.
Attacks and saves.
And then we'll head down that way because we wanted to see if there was anything up here.
Okay, so you're going to go underneath the buildings. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Very
Well, maybe-
good call, because he can't. Sobi.
Yeah, maybe.
It will be easier to command Sobi.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll go with him
Otherwise,
down.
it's like, well, Sobi's brain
somewhere.
is about this big.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's
so,
bigger than
It's still bigger than mine.
So he'll dash the 60 feet.
60 feet. Very good. Okay, so he's going to be about right here
drugs, kids.
underneath the building. I'm going to just pull him over to my side here. And it is now Murad's turn.
Alrighty.
And you're underwater. You've seen Sobek and Gilby dash off in this direction, but they swim much faster than you.
No, that's my bad.
We're going to try to get back on the docks.
This one. That's right.
Okay. What was your horse's weight?
2,200 pounds.
2,200 pounds. Okay. It's okay. So let's move you. You're gonna get here, and then that's gonna be it. With half speed, you're gonna get to surface the water, and with Galadesh's movement. But you have done training exercises coming in and out of water. You know that getting on a dock is doable, but it's harder with you on his back,
Right.
and you can help.
Yeah, so I want to get off Kaladesh and get onto the dock.
Okay.
And Kaladesh is going to take his action to heal himself for 11 hit points.
Excellent. The bloodiness of his face, which is now red and dripping, and now that you're out of the water, especially, his horn lights up, and the wounds seal up further, making him start to feel much better. You know that he's not comfortable. Arlen.
Azrael's seeing the unicorn is going to go into the ethereal plane and try and get into the building.
Okay.
Through the ethereal plane.
Into the ethereal plane you go, using the action of Azrael. You go up to the building kind of next to where Zulkul's at, but you spot like what Throm learned as well is the opening's not gonna work very good.
Okay.
When they're in the ethereal plane, does it allow them to travel through objects? No.
For them, it does not, because they are not true nightmares. But they do receive the other benefits.
Okay, cool.
That travel.
Then I will. I will just hold my action for now.
Okay. Next up is the shark creatures. Okay, so the tentacle that you attacked, it flinched. It at this time is not doing anything else. It is still in place, as is the other tentacle. You do see that one of the tentacles thrashes around to make the hole that it made into the building a little bit bigger, and then you see a shark creature that immediately climbs up and then scurries past and into the structure. Next up is Nareda. And you right now are underwater under this. You've seen everybody exit the water and try to surface except for Sobek
And
Gilby who are moving underneath the buildings.
I'm just gonna hold my action.
you're not gonna move.
What is it?
Well, everybody's coming this way. Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, I'm gonna come this way. Yeah.
Okay, are you going to head? You see as you pop out of the water, you see Galadesh is right here trying to get onto the dock with Murad, and then you see as I'll see you're leaping this way with coming out of the water and everything. You're going to land about right here, but you can dash to get about right here. You do see that the entrance to the building is not quite wide enough for you guys, but maybe you can, if you want, you don't have to go into the building. Because the building would not fit your mount.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay over there.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So you dash to this point
Yeah.
and kind of take a minute to decide what to do next. Zulkul, it is your turn.
Awesome. I'm gonna open the door.
Excellent.
I'm gonna go inside is what I'm doing. And I'm gonna have she's gonna continue to follow me underneath.
Instantly shut.
You're going to do what with... Say that again? The
So
last part?
Zeta is just following me, continuously following me. Should be able to hear my footsteps okay, I don't know, but she knows the general direction I'm going in, hopefully.
We'll see. So you enter the building, and you see backed into the corner the staff of the Sleepy Mermaid. You assume that they're staff. They're all armed, and they all look like bards. Some of them have instruments during this combat. And you also see there are more shark creatures. Specifically, there are the weresharks,
Beautiful.
who have used the distraction outside to where they know there'll be more fruits to go inside the structures. And they have cornered into. And I'm gonna pop out these tentacles. There's a tentacle here, and there's a tentacle here, and these guys are trying to keep more sharks from coming in, as well as watching out and defending themselves.
Okay. I will have Zeta dig right up through the hole of the floor of
Make a hole.
Yeah, make a hole right underneath. Are there holes anywhere that they've been popping out of? Or they've been popping?
They've been
windows?
popping out of holes that the tentacles are mostly occupying at this time in the back.
I will have Zeta dig a hole.
But there is a hole that is used for Tassara, the sea elf, and so there actually is a natural hole, and it is in the corner right
I will
here
have
of
her
the
dig through
structure.
that hole.
Okay.
Make that hole bigger.
Okay,
To try to let herself at least come into that. I'm assuming that
she's going
this
to
is more
dash
solid.
to this point. Is what she's
That's
going
fine.
to do.
Okay, and then I will
You see her head start to pop out, but to get her shoulders and everything through, it'll cause some damage.
Okay, I do pop in, see what I see there, and I will say, I will show you what the powers of my black razor have provided me. And I will cast Hunger of Hadar on all of the sharks right there. It is a 20-foot sphere, radius, sphere, of blackness and bitter cold appears centered on a point. I'm going to read all this. With range and lasting for the duration. It creates a void with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises that can be heard up to 30 feet away. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area, and creatures fully within the area are blinded. Don't know if sharks use their blind sense. I don't know. Anyways, the void creates a warp in a fabric of space, and the area is difficult terrain. And any creature that starts its turn in that area takes 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in that area must also make a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage as milky, otherworldly tentacles rub against it.
Lovely.
Yum.
What is that radius?
Perfect for the pleasure dome.
What is the radius of that?
It's a
20
20-foot radius.
20-foot radius? Okay,
So it's
so I
large.
assume you're just gonna choose. Are you gonna choose one side, or are you gonna get the town?
I do not
the
want to.
staff?
I do not want to hit the staff.
Okay, so you center it on this wall so that it gets some of the tentacle, and these two sharkmen. Now they make a what check?
Dex.
No, if they start their turn in there, they take 2d6 cold damage. Anytime they take that,
But at the end, it's a dex.
any creature that ends its turn in that area must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
So,
they're gonna take it anyway.
but they are blinded.
Start.
Yes. All right. So this dark sphere of darkness and milky white tentacles and slurping noises. Very, very dark and eerily sounding, and you hear DeJourno Waterbird, "What is happening to my tavern?"
Early slurps.
And these two were sharks get confused. The other two were sharks you see visibly look more hostile and determined, and they say, "Give us the sea elf and any mermaids that's in here. We know there's mermaids. This is the Sleepy Mermaid Tavern. Where's the mermaid?" You hear and understand they're asking for mermaid flesh, being that this is the Mermaid Tavern. Next up, it is Thram's turn.
Seeing that there's a lot of things going into the tavern, how big is the hole? Is it big enough for me and Nightmare to go in?
No.
Dang it.
It's like the guys are like crawling in there
in?
like frogs
Okay.
in a hole, yeah.
Well, then, what I'm going to do is...
So there's these two tentacles that you were able to attack from where you're at.
Yeah. Okay, so I will... How far? I'm what, 40 feet, 30 feet? How tall was the building?
The building is 3 stories.
So 30 feet, probably 40 feet above them then, yeah, because that's probably an extra story above, or how...
That's probably about 45 feet tall from the water.
Okay, so then what I will do is while we're up there, I'm going to shoot the same tentacle again with my heavy crossbow.
Very good.
It will be a 19 to hit,
That will hit.
and it will take 13 damage. And then I'm going to command Nightmare to charge it. And it is an 11 plus 4, 15 to hit. Does that hit?
Yeah, that definitely hits the
And
tentacle.
it will take 10 physical, and then it'll take 15 physical for the charge because there's the additional 5 feet of damage, or 5 feet, 5 points of damage, and then 20 fire because it's in the aura, and then the regular 15 damage from the fiery hooves. And
Well, you said 15 damage before. Was that for
it's 15 physical,
and then 15 fire.
20 fire because the aura is 5 damage, and then the fiery hooves is 15 fire.
Which will be reduced to 10.
Yeah.
As this is a very wet tentacle. It has fire resistance.
And then
While it's in water.
I will provoke and attack. Am I in between both tentacles? Or just on that
You're
side?
just on next to one of them right now. is
Okay,
where I
I'll
had you.
provoke and attack, and I'll use the movement speed to go back up about 40 feet.
Okay, you use your movement to go back up, but it does not provoke an attack, number one, because it would have to pull all the way out of the building, and number two, it actually does come out of the building because it goes limp and it is lifeless, and the tentacle just drops out like a dead weight.
There we go.
Can I use my held action?
You may use your held action
Is it my mayor's bonus action to reappear?
to reappear, yes.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna reappear, and then I'm going to dismount. Is that my bonus action?
Yes.
That's my bonus action. Okay, great. And then I'm going to enter the building.
All right, you run into the building.
Great.
Yep, you're like, whoop, stay away from that.
Alright, then I'm gonna just avoid that.
Charges the building? Nope.
And then I'm going to just attack the nearest Sahuagin.
Okay, these are not Sahuagin, these are all the tough were sharks.
Oh, the were sharks. Okay, that's gonna be 17 to hit.
That will hit.
You're right. And then I will do 12 damage. to it.
Nice.
All right.
Max damage.
Maximum effort.
Continuing from before, you just went, right? So
We.
Threm went, so Gilby, it is Gilby's turn.
Okay. So what am I seeing under?
So Gilby, as you're back here, you do see, as you're getting ready to pop out of the water, you see one tentacle just splash into the water next to you, lifeless. The other one is distantly connected to a larger kraken and much more tentacles down there. But you do see, this is also the zone that you were asked to help with. You do see one more tentacle reaching up in there, and you hear some boom, 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 as if you were underwater hearing a bunch of thuds and loud noises above the water. So you know that there's some kind of encounter going on above you.
Okay.
So you were right here, and you can swim up to the tentacle and you can attack the tentacle without using your action to dash.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Great.
So will be a bite, and then where's my? Oh, it's right here. So my attack can go and Sobex. So that will definitely hit. That's a 23.
Oh, yeah.
So it takes 32 damage to tentacle, and then my attack will also hit. So 1d6 plus 3. So 5 plus 3 is 8 damage.
8 damage. This is with your
For my
spear?
spear, yeah.
All right. Yes, you attack with your spear, and Sylvie bites down. Together, you both deal a whopping 40 points of damage as this tentacle shudders and squirms like it is still alive, but it is not doing well at all and is trying very hard to defend itself, but it is stuck in this building at this time.
Okay.
Murad, it is now your turn.
Alright, I am going to help Galadesh onto the dock.
You help Galadesh onto the dock, and yes. Are you mounting back up?
I'll mount back up.
You mount
and
back up.
we'll Run around.
All right, you run around, and if you guys dash together with your, would be like coming out from prone. That's half speed, so you're going to move 25, and then you're going to move 50, coming back. Actually, or you can head this way towards the tentacle, or this way towards the main entrance. But you don't know.
I'd probably go
Wait,
because I would see it.
You can see the tentacle. All right, so you start heading in this direction towards the tentacle, which you see is frantically flipping around and squirming.
And then Galadesh is going to use his legendary action to heal himself.
Excellent. So Galadish's horn lights up again, and you see his face looks almost completely whole again, I assume, at this point. Nope. His face still looks disgusting! He
Bits
got
of meat hanging off of
some
him.
nasty shark bites, but he's definitely looking much better than he was, as he has already healed 33 points of damage. That's one of the shark bites, basically. Yes. Next
He
up.
was injured. Injured bad.
He was almost dead.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure he was. The good thing, though, is you're in the mid-fight and you're well on your way to full recovery. It is now your turn, Arlen.
Sick. All right. I'm going to have. I'm gonna just attack and then I'll have.
I'm gonna have.
It's not gonna hit. Never mind. I'm not gonna attack. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna have Azrael fly up and around to where Throm flew.
You give some sort of command to come find a way into the building.
Yeah.
And he flies around and he's going to dash to get over everything and get to the squirming tentacle, but he does see a way in through one of the holes that was just as the tentacle receded.
Awesome.
That he killed. Next up, it is the were sharks.
They will roll. They will take 2d6 damage. Oh no, they need to make a dexterity saving
No, that's
throw.
at the end of their turn.
Yeah, they
No,
took the
so-
2d6.
At the beginning, they take.
They take
At the start of its turn, they take 2d6 cold damage. This is constant unless they move out of the sphere. That is 6 damage. So they take 6 damage, 6 cold damage at the start of their turn. And then if they end their turn, that's when they do the dexterity saving throw.
I see.
If they end
Did they
their
take the
turn.
6 damage from when you started it?
It doesn't do it on the beginning.
It's when they start to
start.
Just
their
when
turn.
they start their turn.
But they
So
are
the
blinded.
milky white tentacles, like a jellyfish,
Just lick 'em.
begin to tantalizingly suck the life and poison. I don't know if they're poisonous. What type of damage it is?
Acid.
Acid.
It's acid and cold.
Acid and cold. Otherworldly damage to these shark creatures. They're like, oh no!
They are blind.
They are blind, but they begin just running away. Any point of running away that they can, and they kind of run out of here. They do provoke an attack of opportunity from you.
I get
Sir?
advantage. Attack rolls against the creatures have against these creatures have advantage. And
Excellent.
The creatures attack rolls have disadvantage.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
a 20.
natty
Ooh, I
baby.
saw that.
Ooh, he
220,
steals.
baby. Black razor eye provide you more souls. As I almost knocked my drink over. Hold on, let me roll this sucker.
That's good.
Oh,
Nice.
a whopping! That was a 1.
That was good.
Nice.
So 2 plus 7, 9 damage.
Look at this crit. I did 3 damage.
That's impressive.
Yep. I will have Zeta also try to. As she gets there, now she's going to use her burrow
She-
to burrow up.
She busts a hole, widening what was a nice beam structure. She busts a hole and she kind of flops on, but she can't pull herself up all the way by herself. She can get really close, but she needs a little bit
Can
of help.
she bite any creature near her? Is she
You can have her make an athletics check to like flop forward and just enough to bite at the back of the were shark.
Do I use my athletics or her athletics?
Use
It's
her
just a
strength
natural-
saving throw in this instance because I
Steve,
haven't given you guys full stats for the mounts to make
Isn't it
these simple.
still their turn?
It is still their turn. Yes, sorry.
I didn't have Zeta go on my turn one. Never mind, that's right.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. So
Don't worry about it.
so the shark turns around and he attacks Arlen.
With disadvantage if it's one that's.
No.
Okay, we still
That's
hits ya.
for my
Yeah.
house, for my house.
But they're out of
I
your
gave him disadvantage
they're out
for
of your
blinded.
they're out of your darkness.
No, they continue to be blinded.
They continue to be blinded.
Yeah, they are
That's
blinded.
Good.
Oh no, within the area they are blinded. Sorry.
Okay.
No, you are correct. My
Well then,
apologies.
unfortunately, that is 2 hits on you.
That's rough.
Yes.
Sorry.
When you see Steve's look of excitement, you know you're
Dealing
gonna die.
16 and 16, a total of 32 damage.
Great.
Are you alive?
Very
Yes.
nice.
Just burly.
This other shark goes forward to attack Gloric, the half orc. He takes some good 16 points of damage from the were shark's axe made out of whalebone. And this shark here whips around to attack Arlen as well, but he hears some loud splashing behind him, and he turns around and he backs away from the pool of water. He can't really back away too much though, because they're cramped in there. as I can tell. And he attacks Arlen. He hits Arlen for 16 points of damage. I assume you are now unconscious.
Peace.
You are now down on the ground. And as he took a big bite with his massive jaws, and he just comes back with a bunch of blood, and you fall on the ground.
It do be like that.
And then he whips around, and he is going to step towards Zeta, and he's going to try to bite Zeta. And he critically fails. Zeta gets an attack of opportunity as he swings with
Wow.
axe.
Shoot!
2 natural 20s with that dice in a row.
All right, so what happens is he overswings with his bone saw sword and misses. It kind of bounces off of her dragon scales. Let's see what that damage was.
So if it was her standard damage,
It
that
is.
would be 39 damage.
You're gonna double that. Okay.
So 70.
So she jumps up
Very
like a
bad.
Jurassic
78.
World when the big old dinosaur out of
You
the
ever
lake.
seen the beached whales? How they kind of like flop up?
I don't know, but I'll use the comparison I know. And it jumps
Jurassic
out,
World one is
and
sick,
he
yeah.
snaps off the head right off of that were shark and pulls him into the water, and he is gonna die from that. Yeah.
It's okay.
This guy stays away from that pool of water.
Yes.
He's
like,
going to run up to you, sir, and
I am
he's
Bart.
going to stand on Arlen's bleeding body
That's disrespectful.
and make make a couple of attacks against you, and he critically fails one of them, granting you an opening for an attack of opportunity.
I will use my bardic inspiration with this to make sure. I
You can't because you've already used your reaction. Just saying.
Did you use your reaction?
Yeah, because
Yeah, he just used one of his reactions.
No, I use Zeta's reaction.
No,
Oh,
when,
that was Zeta's.
when they provoke an attack of opportunity, that's your
Yeah,
reaction.
that was.
That was
oh,
Zeta's.
that's what you're saying.
No,
Oh, because you got an
Critical
attack
fail.
of
That's right,
opportunity
and I won't use
already.
it.
That is correct.
That's true. That's true.
So yes. That is
No.
but
Zeta
he missed.
had the.
No,
the
when they-
attack of
when
opportunity.
When he
they-
left a
When you,
mist.
no, I can't use the bardic inspiration.
no, you
Okay.
No, you-
So when they left your
missed. Your ball.
Hadar,
That's right. I got it. Now I remember.
you've used that reaction.
Got it.
Otherwise, yes. Okay, but he does miss you 2 times, which is still excellent news.
Indubitably, I have not taken any damage.
Considering
Nothing
I've had
missed you.
near TPKs the last 3 sessions I've done for session zeros for this group. We're doing okay so far. Next up,
I'm
it's
not
like I'm
dead
used
yet.
to DMing for 6 people instead of 3 or something. I don't know. Next up is this tentacle, which is on its last limbs of life, and so this tentacle kind of flips around, and if it could
Oh,
speak,
yeah,
it would say nope, and it comes back out of the hole and provoking an attack of opportunity from
He
both
gonna die.
Gilby and Sobi.
It's dead.
It has 2 hit points left, so as long
I
as you
hit it.
got a 12 to hit it.
Yep. So
You
he
hit
just
it.
eats it.
All right, so he bites it and has a good raw calamari snack, and that tentacle is gone. And we're going next to Nareda. Nareda, you see these tentacles have come out of the spot. You do now have a large opening that you were able to just barely squeeze through. You have to hold and lean close in to Shadow Quill to make it into him. But with your 60 feet of movement, you can make it just to this first were shark, half in and half out of the structure, and you were able to attack it. You'll be next.
Or my personal favorite for a ice school creature, so you're halfling or unknown. You can cast Release on
give us a
yourself,
heat,
and you
so-
only weigh around 5 pounds, and you use Mage Hand to lift yourself up and drag yourself around.
Nice.
I was gonna say just something to pick you up and just hurl you.
I actually,
baseball.
someone did that in one of my other campaigns. Keep picking himself up with Mage Hand and throw himself over a wall.
You hit it.
Yeah, I got 21.
Pronounce the stuff that you do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my rapier, and I'm using also my sneak attack.
Very good.
So it's gonna be 27.
27 points of damage. Okay.
Yes.
And then did Shadow Quill go yet?
No.
Okay.
This. The Shadow Q has an advantage. No.
No, not in this instance. Not quite.
Okay. So it was 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay.
Yes.
Gonna take 28 damage.
28 points of damage.
Oh, shit, of course.
Okay, coming and moving in stealthily, and like the wind from your air elemental, part other things, Raptor Griff, the creature named Shadow Quill, comes in through that hole that was once occupied with a tentacle ally to the wereshark. He is surprised to see a large bird-like dinosaur creature and a partially armored rogue wielding rapiers as she stabs him in the face, and Shadow Quill bites him in the face, and he is barely hanging on to dear life, and he was a hammerhead shark, and he's lost one of his eyeballs. It is now Zulkul's turn.
I will provoke an attack of opportunity with disadvantage because I am blurred, and I am moving over to Zeta to help her into the actual building. Well, how many guys are in there actually?
You actually cannot move past any of these people, as none of
I
them
will
are
attack.
technically your
I
allies.
will just murder this fool. I will try. An attack. Yes. That is a 23 to hit.
You miss.
That will hit.
Sorry, sure, that's gonna miss.
Ooh, max damage. That's 15 damage.
Excellent. All right. That wereshark is starting to look hurt, but he is a healthy creature, and he takes sponges some good damage. As you hack into him again with your sword, you do get a good clean hit, and your Zeta is still trying to scramble through, but she just cannot make it all the way.
She will continue to
she will
burrow.
continue to bob.
She's gonna break this place. She's burrowing to the next guy that she can by breaking more of the.
Is she gonna
Oh,
is she gonna go under the ground and attack through the ground? Is what she's doing?
She's trying to do. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Iconic.
No, my tavern! You hear DeJourna Waterbeard in the corner. Let's see how this attack goes. First, she's making an attack against the ground.
Yes.
What's the
let's
ground's
see.
AC?
The ground's AC is 10.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. as Zeta pops through the ground, and a very surprised wereshark next to the spot, very very wary. She pops back into the water, and is trying to break through, and she now has a good opening for her next attack.
Beautiful. Yes.
DeJourna Waterbeard, true to her name, now has water in her beard as she is crying. She's a very nice, very plush tavern.
We'll fix it. It'll be fine.
Next up,
No, he's okay. I just lemon plain.
next up
This a buff right out.
is the round's turn.
Seeing that she could fit in there with the Raptor Griff, I'm assuming we're similar sizes. I'm going to
Yes.
go through that hole as well.
You go through. You kind of.
If necessary, I will use my horse's action to go into the ethereal plane so that I can go through the people.
Well, that won't help you move through anything.
I thought you said it'd help us move through people, just not
Oh, through
buildings.
people. Yes, excellent idea, sir. I love that idea. You phase through the staff, and you find a place over here. Is your darkness still active?
Yes.
Then I'll
It
see
is?
that and I'll stay away from that darkness and I'll go to the next alive were shark that I see. There's not.
Let me see if you have enough movement. Hang on, sir. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yes. Yes, with your 80-foot speed, you're able to blaze through these targets and find the one last safe place to still make attacks against this another hammerhead wereshark standing atop your ally.
And I would have
Fine.
advantage because I'm appearing out of.
You do have advantage for that as well, yes.
Okay.
Imagine
Well,
Your bonus action, your mounts bonus action too.
to reappear, yep. And I will. I'm assuming that hits. It's going to be a 15 to hit it.
It does not.
Oh, it's
I'll
an
just
8.
ask.
It does not. You need a 16 to hit these were
I haven't
sharks.
rolled a single crit. This.
Fair enough.
Which attack was this? Yours or your mouse?
My mount
Your mount, you
can't attack.
Yeah, because you did the.
Because I used my action to go into the ethereal plane.
I see. Yes. Excellent. Readying for next turn, you do swing and miss with your flail, just not penetrating through its sturdy armor class. Next up, it is
That's mine.
Gilby's turn.
Okay, so we'll rise. Am I able to see this shark through the hole?
The shark, the were
The
shark.
were shark, yeah, this were shark. Am I able to see through the hole that
Oh,
the?
so she just made a hole over here. You're right here right now.
Yeah, I would pop
There's
up
a
right
hole
there.
here.
That's what I'm.
So you
talking
pop
about.
up right here. You do see there is a hole. Yes.
Can I see the
You
shark?
can see the shark.
Okay, so I'll use vicious mockery on that shark there.
Wisdom.
What do
Yep.
you say
If
to
he
him?
critically fails, you will add your bard level to the damage.
Okay,
And what do you say to him?
so I'll say you will become meat for my my steed.
I've never been meat before. He thinks.
So he will take 1d4 plus
Your level.
1 plus my level, which is 4, so 5.
5 damage.
A whopping 5 damage
Holy.
to this target.
Speaking of 5 damage, that were shark will take 5 damage for being in my horse's aura.
Yes, it will.
And he has disadvantage attack rolls.
Oh, excellent. Disadvantaged. So draw minus. Okay. He is now confused and for some reason in the first time of his life unsure of himself. And next up, it is Murad's turn.
All right. Well, seeing that I can't see nobody,
There is a gaping hole you could maybe squeeze through if you're careful.
well then I guess we'll run down there and I'll go through, but I won't be careful.
Actually,
So like I'm gonna.
she's half in and half out of this one. I'm sorry. I said that before. I need to be consistent. So, and you can't get in unless Shadow
There's
Quill
another hole
moves.
on this side.
There is, but Shadow Quill's rump is taking up the whole, blocking the whole way on this backtrack balcony.
You'd have to go in
That's
the
what's
water.
And,
Oh, then I would.
well, I guess not
Kool-Aid
seeing
Man
anyone. I'm
might
gonna go. The
You
other
can
way.
you can nudge Shadow Quill and see how that goes.
Poke him with your horn.
in a tender spot.
You have a long-reaching pole weapon. You can just anywhere we can fit it, right? You just give him a little tap on the rump with your pole weapon and see. Shadow
Full
Quill
charge with your
moves
lance
inside.
right in the room.
Oh man. You can think for a minute if you
Well,
wish.
no, I'd probably come to the.
Come to the front.
Come to the front,
I see. All right, turning around. You turn around, galloping back the other direction, and you'll dash to get to this point.
And the goddess is gonna use another
Legendary
to
action,
heal again.
and the face looks
Semi better.
Halfway better.
That's reassuring.
Galadesh is secretly a little grateful that he's not in combat for these last couple turns.
Murad's not though.
Murad's not, yes.
I want to kill something.
What the crap?
I was like, I can't get anywhere! yes. Okay, that was Murad's turn. It is now Arlen's turn. We'll see how that death save is first of all.
Great.
The opposite.
Awesome. I just critically failed.
You did?
Yes, I did.
That's 2 instant fails.
Yep.
Okay. So then you and you
I blame
all
you.
spot her underneath one of the were sharks attacking Zulkul, Nareda, and the rest of you three. You guys spot as Arlen, and she coughs up a whole bunch of blood that just pops up and sprays all the way around her. She's not doing good. So you know that she's in great danger.
I'm gonna have Azrael go into the ethereal plane and get into the building.
Okay. Osriel goes into the ethereal plane and she dashes around. She doesn't really have any safe place to reappear. She will be right back there.
That works. She's not gonna reappear yet, so that's fine.
Okay. Next up, it is the Wereshark's turn. So the Weresharks are going to continue their attack against Zul'Kul. Actually, this one's going to whip around as he is getting slowly cooked and burned behind him. He whips around and he makes
I'm gonna cast shield.
2 attacks against your mounts because your mount's neck and face is completely between the two of you.
No, then I can't cast shield. I can only cast shield on myself. So.
Exactly. But yeah,
But I
okay.
can
That's-
use my
you can do
reaction as vigilant and use vigilant guardian. So I will take one of those attacks if it hits me.
that. Okay. Well, only one of them hit. It would hit either one of you. I'm just gonna say it hits your mount in this instance. Okay. Because it is orange fire, so that's why I made that decision. Dealing 16 points of damage as he just whips around and doesn't want to bite anything that's on fire, so he just clubs at it with his whalebone axe club. Next up, it is the other shark's turn. So the other shark, very, very nervous now about these other large creatures popping in. He is going to back away from Zul'Kul and avoiding that hole. He just saw one of his strongest mates get devoured whole from.
You aren't going to attack because of
From
your
zero
reaction.
Is it on the round?
It is a
it's
whole new
all-
round, but have we got
it's not.
to your
It's not.
turn?
Not yet.
We did get to your.
No.
Yeah, we went past this turn already.
Okay, yes. So this is the shark's turn. He just backs away from the hole and unprovoked.
Oh yeah.
He is still within reach of you, and he is going to attack you as he has a.
reaction.
No, he's going to attack your mount. He's going to attack Shadow Quill 2
So I
times.
only got one reaction.
He hits Shadow Quill once, dealing
No, you're
16
right.
points
You
of
wouldn't have
damage
another
to
reaction.
Shadow Quill with his axe club. Next up, is this shark. He's going to continue his attack against Gloric.
To be honest.
Because he kind of doesn't have anywhere to run, even if he wanted to. He actually
Yeah, the
misses
medicine check
Gloric
was
2
the
times.
last time.
It is now Nereida's turn,
I'm going to use it both
and then Zul'Kul.
action and then bonus actions. Since they're bonus actions. Bonus action action.
Big
And you'll have
Brian.
no points.
I'm gonna attack the guy.
This guy? Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
You have
The-
sneak attack. I just freaking bother.
Is that 14?
What is?
A 14 will not hit. It just bounces off of his armor.
You're really pretty corrupt.
Perfect. That was a natural 20. And that was a natural 6.
And then
I blame you for that still.
That was funny.
That was on you.
20 critical fail.
yeah.
That's the thing is that
13
dice
does
were
not
rolling
hit
over
this.
13 does not hit. So
I rolled a
unfortunately,
one time,
you
that's
stab
like-
with your rapier. Now remember, you still have, if you haven't used a bonus action, you do have a rapier in your other hand. You can attack, you just don't add the
Yeah.
dexterity to the damage. So why don't you make that attack before we forget?
Okay.
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 Action surge just means you attack again with him.
Okay.
Alright, so your
Okay.
your Raptor Griff, Shadow Quill, has an action surge which you will activate right now.
That was a crit. Okay.
What? Okay, so what's that
she
double?
took all your
28
crit.
times 2 is
She took all your crit times.
I haven't
56.
crit any
You
time.
credit. You crit twice.
56 points
also
of
crit
damage.
Yes.
What's 56 plus 11 is 67. Alright, you come in and miss, and then Raptor Griff misses, and then quickly back slashes with his claws and spewing blood from the injured hammerhead shark. Yes, and blood is flying everywhere. He is nearly dead.
Wasn't there another one that was nearly dead already?
Yeah, okay, you killed it. I found the other hit points. I just lost them for a minute. But yes, you slash off the rest of his head with Shadow Quill's claws, his fearsome claws, and he is dead. And blood sprays all over the staff of the sleepy mermaid. It is now You have some movement if you wish to use it, but you have someone kind of engaged with you, so maybe you don't want to move
No.
for safety. Zul'Kul, it is now your turn.
I will use my bonus action and action to, first of all, heal her once to stabilize her, and then action to heal her twice with my last healing potion.
You're using 2 healing potions? Is that what's this?
Yes, are we going with the mechanics where it's a bonus action to heal, to take a potion?
You can use a bonus action to... I'll let you use a bonus action to heal her as well. So,
Okay.
So you're doing an action or bonus action, stabilize, and then one will actually give you hit points to
Yes.
awaken you.
Correct.
And go ahead and roll and see how that goes.
And then I will have Zeta do her turn as well.
Done.
4 plus 2? 6!
6 HP.
Say-
You
Now lay on
awaken
hand yourselves.
and feeling much better, but still terrible.
Will you take an attack of opportunity because the guy's kind of...
Yes, you're definitely going to take an attack of opportunity from Mr. Shark Guy. He's like, what are you doing? He is so confused when he whips around, he swings, and he provokes an attack of opportunity from you and from your red.
Nice.
Would we have advantage since?
Would I have a reaction too?
You would, but you're
Attacking me?
equipped currently with 2 beakers of healing potion.
Yes, you are correct.
So I would have advantage on that
Sorry,
because
sorry, I was here.
he's engaged with him too, and we're flanking.
I would. This time, don't do that because you guys will get advantage a lot having mounts. But he's equipped with 2 beakers of healing potions, so this time we'll see.
That's fair. So
Zeta likes you. I will
we
heal
both miss.
Yes.
They both miss.
Yes.
Okay.
On the.
I see.
Zeta will attack if she's able to attack the shark that is on the left.
Zeta sees what's going on. She's watching from the water, and she's ready for her next.
So that's what she's going to do. Attack advantage or not advantage on this attack?
Okay, this will be definitely advantage because he just
Nat
got
20.
done
Gang,
with,
gang.
with blocking that. And
It's a
nat 20.
you got a natural 20?
Nat 20.
Okay, she pops up. She snaps the hammerhead shark's head off and drags his body and spine and head with her into the blue abyss below. The blue and now slightly red abyss below.
Purple.
You know your colors. Good
Yes.
job.
I
Well, he can't see him.
I
he
can't
just
see
knows it.
purple,
Never see
but I
purple.
know that it's
I've
purple.
never seen purple water from a shark attack. I see very dark red, but
Yes, yes, yes.
but you are correct,
Yes.
sir.
That is how the colors work.
Give the colorblind man a break.
Good job. Just kidding. It is now Throm's turn. Now, Throm, there is only one wereshark living in this room. He is over in the corner.
Whose is that mount?
This is Zeta. She just popped back into the water.
Okay, then I
so
will attack him.
You're clear, actually.
I critted on mine. So he's gonna take a whopping 8 damage from my flail as I crack him in the head with it.
Boom.
And since he's stunned with that, he's not gonna be able to move at all. And Midnight will basically trample him with her hooves, and he'll take 10. Yep, because we're not 20 feet away. He'll take 10 regular damage, and then he'll take 20 fire damage because of her aura. Huh?
Which is half to 10, making that 75. Okay. Okay. This wereshark is looking bad after you just come in and mess him up some more. Maybe it's a her. You don't know what sharks look like. So
She's
this
bloody.
wereshark is really, really bloody and really messed up. It's like the Quasimodo of weresharks at this time. It has 1 hit point left. Next up, it is Gilby's turn.
But the purple are not
I can't. I wouldn't be able to see it.
Gilby, you can't see it at all. You're just like,
Would
well,
somebody be able to like try to break through the thing and grab him?
I mean, there might not be a tavern left after one more of these nasty breaks. But your call.
He'll do it.
Oh my goodness.
What did she do? What's happening?
My world gets destroyed on our first.
Well, you have tried to kill us 3 times. So.
Yeah.
That's very true.
I have
These guys haven't.
So he detects a wall, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
he is a
5
10.
plus 9.
Yeah,
okay.
He'll
He
break.
demolishes a hole. He bashes his head through the wall, and this whole side sinks about 10 feet, and everybody needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, jeez.
as a
And mounts as
what's
well?
the weight of your mount?
He is
5,500.
12,000.
12,000.
A 12,000-pound dinosaur just bashed his head into
Do I
the
have
side
to
of the
make it?
already badly damaged building, and,
Does that
and a
mean
lot of
so?
the supports have just
Are you
broke
part of everybody?
from this
Did it say
momentum.
everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, is that everybody?
So everybody
and our
who's in
mounts?
here, everybody who is in here, including your mounts.
So just
My mount's
only I
here.
don't.
If your mount is flying, you're okay.
My
Your
mount's underwater.
Oh, okay. So
But-
I just have to make a dexterity.
You
save.
actually
I
will
got
not
a
have to
5.
because you are mounted. Okay.
I got a 19.
You got a 19, you got a
I got
5.
5.
Alright, let's see what the were shark gets. Okay. The were shark falls backward and from the explosion of splinters,
Gets
and
impaled.
he takes 1 point of damage and he dies.
Yeah.
But everybody who got
splinter
underneath the
already,
10 is going to take 7 points, not 7 points of damage. That would be if you were right here. So your raptor griff is going to get 7 points of damage. No, you need to make a dex save for Shadow Quill.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So if we make the dex save, don't take any damage.
If you make the dex save, you don't take any damage.
If
Because I would have
miss
been
the dex
unconscious
save,
again.
if I miss, I take 7
made it
points, right?
10.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
10.
You don't because of where you're at. You will take half of that because you were just falling to the ground and sliding with a great force. Yeah. There's a lot of sharp splintered wood in here, and yeah. Okay, so what did Shadow Quill get? No,
Ten.
dexterity is one of her
Oh,
good
no,
saves,
wait.
so that's actually that's supposed to be.
That would have
That
sucked
should
to
be
take that
dex.
7 points.
That would have knocked me out.
Dexterity and Constitution.
I would have gotten
Choose
up
He's like,
and
so
then
yeah, you
I have
definitely
attacked
made
her once.
Definitely made it.
For,
All right. So right now, Sobe's head is inside and roaring and bellowing. Everybody thinks there's another monster maybe at this time. Pops his head back out and drags out a were-shark corpse and starts eating it.
Are we out of combat?
The townsfolk are like, "Leave our tavern alone! Leave! Go away!"
Are we still in combat?
We're not in combat right now.
Okay, I'm gonna go run around and stab all the fish folk that are in here to steal their souls.
Okay, right now the whole tavern is at a diagonal.
I'm going to use lay on
And
hands.
all the bodies
on
have slid to the
myself,
corner.
And I'm going to try and
Including
then
you.
stabilize the building if I can.
You slide to the back where all the bodies are. You cast lay on hands on yourself and heal yourself. Yeah, it looks like there's some support beams that have been crushed underneath the building, in addition to all the holes that have been made.
I will make Zeta try to build the supports that are underwater again. Push them into place if possible.
Okay, so how will you do this? These are going to be specific commands, and she will be underwater.
I'm trying to think if that would be no.
I would have Sophie do it since I'm with her. I think it'd be, and just have her like try to.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of
To
supports they are.
communicate the complexity of pushing to your creature, which they have been skillfully trained. But let's see your animal handling checks. You need
Yeah.
a 10.
I'm going to hold up the building.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's
I'm just
an
going to try
animal
and make sure
handling
that no one
17.
gets crushed or anything.
Okay,
Yeah,
you got a
17.
17. Very good.
I
Give
got.
it -1.
Where's animal handling?
It's in your
No,
wisdom.
20. It's 20.
Okay, very good. You guys are actually able to get the buildings kind of pushed in the right direction, but they will need new support beams. Right now, we'll say Sobek. There's actually underneath Tide Town, and underneath a lot of these big structures, there are underwater hills, mountains, ocean rock that is helping to support these larger structures a little bit. And so Sobek and Zeta are kind of using the ground beneath them to kind of help them push things into place a little bit. And DeJorna and Glorix start giving orders to you guys. Says, "We'll we have some lumber in the back. Come and help us."
I was just gonna go up and ask her
Let's
where the
go.
lumber was so I could start helping.
So they do have a stash of lumber, as they do on occasion get attacks from sea creatures. So you
I will
guys
help.
go to the storage room and where there is lumber, and you guys will spend the next few hours working on repairing the structure. Looks like your zone is clear, and the watchtowers in your immediate vicinity seem to be in control.
I do not help support these beams. I am focused on stealing the souls of all the sharks that are in here.
Yes, which doesn't take that much time.
And then
But-
after that, I'm not strong, so I
You're
will.
He's just gonna go back to the room.
I will just go.
He's like,
You don't
Wow.
have a creepy tentacle spell for holding structures together?
Mage hand.
I have mage hand, but I don't know if that's helpful.
That'll hold a whopping 5 pounds.
Yes. So I'll just be like, Thrum, you're doing a great job. Erlen.
Honestly,
doing what
commanding
you're
your basically equivalent of a tractor, okay, is a great way to help.
You
Better
need
than
to
anybody
respond
else
to the mountains,
besides Sobek is going to be able to help. So,
So,
okay,
yes.
very good.
I will
Your
sit here and molt.
diesel powered
Just kidding.
Sprinkle it
monster
with spice.
engines have a good enough instruction from their riders, their masters, to work together to help support the structure, while people are able to dive underwater and make the supports work. Carving using a cork drill, as if that's the proper name. I just made it up. It's to drill a hole into where the new supports will go in and put hammering in some pegs to help with the support. All right. So after you spend the better part of that day working underwater and coming up for air and going back, they then will spend the evening patching up the holes and putting in new lumber, and that's going to take some time. So after lots of heavy breathing and recovery, the staff looks to you guys and says, thank you for your help, and your allies, your Purifier reinforcements. Yes, is that what's happening?
We do not know them.
I don't know them either.
Oh, okay. And Trevor says, yes, allies of the Purifiers. And he's winking. He's
Can
winking
I-
at
Can I try to perceive this?
you. You can't. He's gonna make a little stealth check. He did not roll very good, but he's quite skillful in some things.
Perception. I got a 10.
I got a 15.
All right, you both notice him winking at these three when he's kind of trying to play you guys a little bit.
All right.
Be like, oh, all that heavy lifting made me very hungry.
Oh,
May I have some meals?
yes. We have the kitchen being fired up right now. If you guys would like to come join us at our fine restaurants, that is the least we can do, is repay you all with a meal.
I tell
Then I'll-
Zeta to go back to the raft. What's it called?
Yeah,
ferry.
Ferry. Okay, good. You instruct Zeta to go back
After some
to
belly rubs.
the ferry, which has been kind of the ferryman, your ferryman. Extra points if you can remember what his name was. Her name was. Nobody remembers.
Wallen?
So this is Gail Teg.
Gale tag.
Gail Teg the ferryman, and she is kind of hiding over here on the far end with her ferry docked and looking around for things to be safety and kind of near you guys though. So Zeta crawls back onto it and she gives you guys a wave. You guys okay?
We made it out all right.
Good.
Zeta seems
I'll
fed,
go back to work.
So that makes me happy.
Zeta seems fat.
Fed.
Fed. Yes, both. Yes. Good. All right. Yeah. Zeta would have eaten some shark corpse as well. Okay.
Well,
What about you guys in your mounts?
So, well, when I saw the wink, I would have turned to these guys and would have been like, these guys seem to be imposters or something to the Purifiers, and kind of be like, maybe we should talk to them and see what's going on.
Yeah, we should
Yeah, I agree.
give that a shot.
Okay. And then, yeah, of course, I'll be like, all right, Sobek, be good now. You've ate enough, so. And I'll send him on his way back to the ferry.
Okay. Sobek goes to swim back to the ferry where he probably won't be able to climb onto it, but he can kind of flop a little bit onto it and maybe knock Tyson Waterbeard off of the ferry. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so let's have you make a
Sobek me.
Sobek make a strength saving throw is what we're going to use for him.
Strength.
Yes.
17.
Okay, so he actually is able to, with his powerful tail, which is very powerful, it's part of his kit, he's able to actually be smart enough to go underneath the water and then use his tail like he does when he got some good swimming practice the other day and launch himself up a little bit, like the sharks attacking the seagulls in the National Geographic videos. He goes up and then and Tyson Waterbeard is going to fly off of the ferry and he lands into the water. And a few minutes later, he swims up and spits out a bunch of salt water. Oh, stupid beast! Stupid beast! And he swims back and finds his ferryman's staff, which is magically enchanted so that he can reach the bottoms when he needs to of the ocean and propel it along. And he eventually climbs back onto it. You instructing Shadow Quill and Galadesh to go to the ferry. He says, "Wait! Let me come to you! Let me come to you!" And he starts ferrying slowly to the dock, nervous about what might happen with your other mounts. He really doesn't know. So he makes it to the dock that is meant just for carts and things over there, which is just about water level exactly. And your mounts are able to, I assume you're guiding them onto the ferry.
Yeah.
They get onto the ferry, which is covered in water, and a pleased, fat and happy, now sleeping Sobek, who's sleeping.
While
off
they're
the wall.
outside, I'm gonna turn to them and I'm gonna say, I don't know what we need to do about those three, but I don't know if they're active or why they're here either. They might be here on R&R, but we need to be wary about those three, I think.
I agree. It might be wise of us to find some disguises or something to try and hide ourselves further.
Potentially, yes.
I just say we kill them if they give us problems.
I don't know about you, but did you see that big whatever it was?
The lizard?
I know Zeta is big, but I think that thing would eat it for breakfast.
Yeah.
Do not count my Zeta out.
Oh, I don't. I've seen her fight. I've also seen that thing fight.
Let us...
Yeah.
I may be able to persuade them. I think
Okay.
we can... But if... Pardon my, snake tongue shit hits the fan, then, we shall... go into your ethereal plane if necessary.
Okay.
We can do that.
Parcel tongue, whatever you
Yes.
call that from Harry Potter.
Yes.
Okay.
Pardon my parcel tongue.
Oh, very good. Now there's a bunch of dead sharks and weapons. The sharks are the bits of shark that are left after being devoured by your two mounts, and frankly yours too. Shadow Quill, she's like a bird and a raptor. She prefers meat, and she got some good nibbles in. She got fed.
We're doing an investigation.
But what was left, I'm just saying that there is a bunch of gear that is being sorted through and has been cleaned by some of the staff. You guys are welcome to go through.
Yeah, we'll
I rolled a
through it. I rolled
24.
a 7.
I got a natural 20.
I
You
got
got a
12.
natural 20.
9.
You got a 9. Okay, very good. Natural 20. What was yours again, Mike?
24.
24. That's a very good too. Okay. I set these 2 cards aside, which you guys certainly have earned with your investigation checks. Okay. So one of the sharks wasn't using a bone. We'll say that this one is. I think bone weapons are cool. So this is a whalebone javelin that has a magical enchantment on it. We will say this is actually a spear of teleport, and it is a lightweight spear that you can use your dexterity or your strength with it. 2 times a day. This is the javelin of. Oh, you need to make a Arcana check. It is. You just know that it's magical because I got ahead of myself and I just wanted to give these out.
I have identify now.
You have Identify now. Good. So you cast Identify.
Yep.
You know that this is a javelin of teleport. 2 times a day with this +1 javelin, you may use an action to teleport to the javelin or teleport the javelin to you. It's also a great way of instantly mounting up if you want. You can keep the javelin like on your seat, on your mount, and you can call yourself to your mount immediately. Would be a cool feature too. Anyway, I don't help my players. There you go.
I rolled a 14 for my Arcana.
For your Arcana, okay. Actually, this is enough to know that this is a ring of health. Plus, it is a very good ring of health. This is a ring of health plus 10.
Oh shit.
Really good for you low-level players currently who have very little health in comparison to your mounts.
Mike has a most health. I'm just
I
kidding.
actually do have quite a bit of health.
But that's okay. You'll probably.
And I didn't take one single lick of damage in that whole fight.
That's good.
I didn't
Got barking.
I have like no health.
Yes. Okay. You guys also find they did have gold purses with gold in them. You guys were able to acquire, with the amount of characters you destroyed, you guys find probably a total of 230 gold. You
Per?
guys can figure out how to divide that.
Oh, it's
That is not a per. They are not wealthy were sharks, but yes. So that was the total gold count from the were sharks.
Seeing as it's there, that will spur the conversation of. I do feel that our team did more of the work. I think we should take 60% of the shares.
I'll say.
Considering your team knocked down the tavern, I don't agree with that.
I think
That
your
was
giant
a
lizard
dinosaur.
knocked down the tavern.
I've seen that fat monster over there.
Fat monster.
Are you talking about your unicorn?
Zeta?
You almost
If
killed
that's
the
what you
people.
call your fat mount, sure.
Because I don't know
She's
about
well
you
fed.
guys, but I saw your giant lizard thing.
His name
Basically,
is so big.
I don't care what its name is. I saw it knock a hole in the wall and the building collapsed. So,
Yes, but who do you think had to open up additional holes first?
oh, those tentacles? You mean that we were helping? Well,
So you got all the entire floor that was destroyed?
the tentacles.
Fat monster.
It's like,
Or
who is
the
your master?
entire wall.
Well, I'm just gonna do. I mean, we have the who. Where is the gold? Is it just on the ground, or where is
The gold is on the ground. The staff has been kind enough to make a pile of the gold for you guys to keep
Just
with
gonna
everybody
keep
you
her
killed.
backing it up.
But a very, very now hesitant Trevor, who's been overseer of the gold, is looking nervously between the two scary-looking parties.
How
He
about
says,
this?
"Oh."
Since we can't decide, how about we give it to the tavern? Since you say we destroy it, if we give it to the tavern, then they can use it for repairs.
I'm fine with that.
I agree with this
Yeah.
as well.
Okay, Trevor.
Agreements from purifiers? What type of purifier are you?
You
Who is
you
your
guys are
master?
purifiers too, right?
We're retired purifiers.
Mm-hmm. You're
You
too
look
young.
way too young.
Let me ask you this: who is your master, purifiers?
I am my own master.
Who is your taskmaster?
Then you
We
are
all
the
had
frauds. Who is your taskmaster?
My mount is my taskmaster.
one. See,
That's got
if
some
you
bad
ask us,
vibes.
if you ask us who our
Bad vibes.
taskmaster is, we can tell you because the reason we are retired is because we were in battle with him and he died, and they gave us our retirement early. But you can't tell us who your taskmaster's name is, can you?
I will roll a insight check on them to see if they are telling me the truth or not.
Make a deception
Oof.
check.
That's a good
Wait, like
what is this?
You can all
insight?
make a deception check.
That is an
No,
18.
well, no.
Deception or, well, both probably, huh? Insight and
You
deception.
guys are rolling
Nine.
insight to detect what they're saying. They can try to roll insight against you as well.
I still have my bardic
I got
inspiration.
a 9.
9.
But
Okay.
I got a
I got
12.
20, but not natural.
yeah, I got an 18.
All right. You two know that they're lying. You're not too sure. You don't know what to think.
And be like, why do you don the clothes of purifiers if you're not purifiers yourselves? It's like, that makes me more calm around you.
Let's say. Prepare to, and I'll act like I'm getting my weapon, but I grab my lute and start playing. let me play a song for y'all.
Very nervous. Trevor's like,
And I'll go up to Trevor and I'll pick up the gold and I'll be like, let's go to DeJorna and give her the gold.
DeJorna! Trevor goes off and tells DeJorna the news, and
I will.
DeJorna Waterbeard walks out,
Sick.
and she says,
But they don't know that.
"Am I to understand that the Purifiers have been kind enough to grant us all the gold from the battle.
Yes, we just asked. I mean, they did help as well. I think we both had
Yes.
some equal parts in the destruction of the tavern. But we will donate all of this to you to help rebuild. If you could help grant us as well as them if they need it some accommodations. I know we paid for our night last night in that room, and if we could stay there, that would be fantastic. We will also help you rebuild where we can, where you need it. But that's why we wanted to give you the gold.
Well, you've been invaluable in helping us rebuild very quickly, and invaluable in killing the creatures and in destroying our tavern. But
Invaluable in every sense.
none
the
of
word,
my
yes.
my blessed family, who I maybe not as family by blood, but as family by our lifestyle, and none of them have been harmed too badly. And for that, I thank all of you, and I'd be more than happy to accommodate all of you. And let's start with the free meal for the night. Come to our fine restaurants.
Lord, cool. I will continue to conversate. I'm not paying attention to what's happening there. I have no idea that the money.
We're
is
kind of
actually
in
Trevor
back
says,
away.
"I will escort you all to the Kraken's rump. Follow me."
I will not move as I am still trying to determine what they are. I literally am like, I'm not very big, but I'm still in the way, and I'm like, speak the truth. I just wish to know what it is you're hiding from us.
Where are you all hiding from us? We'll talk if you talk.
We are free purifiers, or absolved purifiers, if you wish to call it that.
But do you still serve the Purifiers?
Look at my skin. Do I look like I have been purified?
And
The answer is no.
I am
I've never
strictly-
seen one of your kind, I do not know.
Well,
he has a forked tongue that comes out when he speaks. That would have definitely, like an elf's ears, would have been severed at some point to
Okay.
look
I also
more
have
human.
green. I'm scaled, and
Okay.
well, it's hard to see that because I've got my full armor on and everything. But when I speak, my tongue comes out like a forked tongue. Yes.
Not that this would have been altered, but you do notice that his eyes are snake eyes that are
Yes.
just like lines through the pupils.
Okay.
Yep. So
And you notice that she is not just an elf; she is a sea elf. She has dark blue hair, light blue skin, gold dragonborn, which are not altered through purification, and a human. Okay, in case that wasn't clear before, human,
I am human as well,
Or
yeah.
Amazon, she's like a giant human. She's Goliath-sized human. This is what she is.
I'm large.
yeah. So
I'm hefty.
Well, as you can see,
Big boned.
she hasn't been altered. But,
I haven't been altered.
yeah, you're human.
well, you're
I'm coming back at this point because I was away, so I'm coming back and I just hear, I'm human. It's like, so am I, man.
Good for you.
Be like, so you do not practice purification.
Let's just say they are not our masters anymore.
Then let us
I
share
can drink to
drinks.
that.
Cheers, bro.
Yes.
I'll be like, you look like a guy that likes a good drink. Am I right?
Oh, I would drink all day, every day if I could.
Hey, DeJorna, what's your best cask of ale that you have?
Oh, well, we have ale that has been a special brew crafted here by the Waterbeard clan. We are quite famous for. We just call it Waterbeard Ale. Don't let the hairy name fool you.
I was raised by dwarves. I know a good dwarven stout when I taste it.
I knew I knew
Yes.
good manners
And
from
I'll say
somewhere.
I was raised by a dwarf as well.
Oh my gosh, twins.
You what?
I am dragonborn, but I
Record
was
scratch.
the father I knew was also a dwarf.
Where were you raised?
I was yeah, in that area.
I will do that. I'll plot
you
them
would
up
have
and I'll
had
be like,
multiple homes
here.
in hiding.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
I've lived throughout the land with my only father. His name was Smoggy.
Smoggy.
King. Absolutely.
I'll pull out the map and I'll be like, so you were in this area here, and I'll,
Yeah.
and then I'll be like, I was raised up by Black and Grudge Forge. Not at Black and Grudge Forge, but up in that area.
Just
by
north of
another
it.
clan of dwarves.
That is the. I've changed the name a little bit so that we sound a little more creative when my favorite author watches this. So the Battle Axe clan, rather than the other one.
The other one.
That it was.
The Battle Axe clan.
Otherwise, he's gonna be like, Steven, you can't come up with your own material. Come on! You were unworthy of that dark-skinned, white-haired character of mine.
Then I'll say, how much will you charge us for a cask of that ale?
You paid for it. It's on the house.
Let's break it out. Are there any other
How
patrons
about
in
we,
here?
we fill you up some of your own ale? Oh, most of them have left for the time being.
Weird, I wonder
yes.
why.
They haven't come back just yet. I can't think of why. But we will deliver a new keg of this fine ale to your suite. Well, we can arrange for another room or two, but there is only one suite that has the 3 rooms.
That's my suite. I'll stay there. I like you guys, but I like my suite.
I like my room.
Okay, well, assuming that you parties are still wanting to remain separate in your lodgings, is that what I'm hearing, or?
Do you have a room big enough to fit all 6 of us, or a suite?
Well, each your suite came with 3 rooms, so you would each have your own private room if you kept it. We do have one more Sea Queen's Delight, and that's
The good stuff, let me tell you.
that includes you get a personal song per stay, a few songs if you're kind, by Tisara the Sea Elf.
May I play with her?
You may play your music with her, good sir, but we are not that kind of tavern. It also includes a hot towel.
You're nice.
If you're a good boy. It also includes 2 chocolate chip cookies, dried fruits,
Always the
grapes,
womenizers, these bards.
and scented oils. Yes. There is also we have a number of pampered mermaid sweets, which will include the hot towel, 2 chocolate chips, dried fruit, grapes, and scented oils. For any other 2 rooms, if you wish your own private room, and I will send Tesara to come serenade you if you desire. Also, no one's taking up Trevor on his storytelling, but if you ever have time, you are welcome to.
Bless Trevor.
I'm sure Trevor would love to share some bedtime stories to help soothe your nerves and tuck you in at night.
I'm gonna just lean over to him and I'll be like, I paid him 5 gold just to shut up.
I wish to procure Galoric's massage.
Oh, excellent! I will let Galoric know. And then you hear, like, in the back, like, a bunch of knuckles breaking. And Galoric has a little smirk.
I have very tough skin. Please, do not be gentle.
I'm going
I won't.
I'm gonna go up to Galoric and I'm gonna have 2 gold in my hand and I'm just gonna be like,
Break his back.
make sure he has a good time.
A confused Galoric was like, but of course.
I was like,
Takes the
Trevor,
gold.
come sing me a song of your people.
Oh, well, I'm still working on my singing. I could try to sing the stories to you if you
Yes.
like.
Yes.
Very well.
Can you rap?
Right here, right now. Galoric, I do not wish to move because I like to drink my ale.
Okay, while you guys are eating, you want Galoric to give you a massage. Okay.
Shoulder rub.
I don't realize what I've just done. I've paid him to make.
You all
Not while we're
you all
eating.
sit down. You've been escorted to the Kraken's Rump. And Galoric comes in and starts to go to work, doing nice expert with scented oils on his hands.
Nice.
Expert back massage, shoulder massage. You feel much better after your battle with the were-sharks, after your rigors of battle. The Kraken's Rump, let me read you the menu, and there are special effects from these menu items. This is a nice place, and your gold gets you something. So, the Lemon Bass grants you, and all these effects last until your next long rest. So,
Basically, for 30 minutes before we take a long rest.
So, usually you would have this for breakfast, but this one's on the house anyway. But just so you know for future reference, you can plan your breakfast meal, okay? The lemon bass grants you the first round of combat, you gain an extra attack, and then it's gone. The fried calamari, you gain 5 temporary HP, but it's really heavy and you suffer 1 level of exhaustion. That's the cheapest usually. The giant crab claw is the most expensive. It grants you an additional first level spell slot to use that day. And then the shark kebab, that grants you a +5 to your swim speed. So if you know that you have a aquatic mission coming up, there you go. Those are the options.
I think I'm gonna have some of that bass.
I'm having
Me too.
crab.
Oh, the kebab.
Bass, crab, kebab,
Bass.
bass,
There's
bass. Okay, very good.
And as much ale as I can handle.
Which isn't
And
very much.
you guys
Oh,
are
I can.
granted
I was raised by dwarves. What do you expect?
granted
dwarf.
your
Huh?
You're not a dwarf.
Neither are you. You're just a drunk. How are you even
Dungeons
standing
and
upright
that's
right now?
that's where the
Sitting
barbarians
upright.
get the half damage is also from the alcohol. Okay, so you
Just flop
all
around instead of getting hit.
Oh, you missed me.
you all are treated to a very nice evening at the Sleepy Mermaid Inn. In fact, when you awaken the next morning, you all awaken regardless of your meal with an additional 5 temporary HP just for your beautiful night's rest at this very, very nice inn. Plus, you all get the effect of your meal, which you've chosen for breakfast. Okay,
Okay.
is what we'll say.
And that was the
So we get the
clause
extra
that
attack.
gave me- Get the extra attack.
On,
you
yeah,
got
just
the
on the
bass.
first round of combat.
Yes,
Yep.
and then it's gone. All right. And Trevor read you a story. In the future, I actually have written out stories, and I have my own storybook. I will show here. I have handwritten a number of stories
Nice.
to share to give you a little bit of history on that maybe will come up in the story later on. Who knows? It could be helpful.
Maybe
Now-
I shouldn't have paid him to shut up, is what you're saying.
Do as you will. While you are all eating your breakfast, in walks the familiar to you three. You got a glance of the Warforged, spell-casting, lightning-throwing Tanner. 6th Evoker Tanner steps in. And Tanner is actually named after someone who helped me sponsor this early this year when COVID came around. So this is to honor one of our sponsors. So Tanner, 6th Evoker, walks in and he says, "Thank you all for taking care of the Sleepy Mermaid Inn. It looks like it barely suffered any damage.
Oh yeah, we're not drunk at this point. Well, he is, but
Head is pounding. There's been a lot of consumption previous to the battles and everything, but a good night's rest. It's not too bad."
there was a lot more damage than you would have thought. But we definitely got it taken care of.
Well, thank you all. The mayor has told me that we had some Purifier guests who were seeking residency, and that they were retiring from the Purifiers. Is that all of you? Is that
It is all of us, yes.
Yes.
Oh, well, okay. Goals do align.
well? Because you are also so capable, especially with your mounts. We have a important but dangerous mission that will help gain faith with the town, and we would like to request that you escort some of our best lumberjacks to the shores north and west of here, where it gets a little dicey and dangerous. But the wood of the forest is quite plentiful, and we need to replenish our lumber stores to repair the damage dealt to the town. Will you all accept this quest? And we would ask you to go today.
Will
Once
there
we're done
be... Is this only a favor, or is there payment?
That is a great question. There will be a little bit of payment, but we can arrange to make sure that you are compensated appropriately. I don't know exactly what the going rate is, but I know it would go a long way to show that you care for the town if you maybe did it as a favor.
If you can just make it so that we can stay here in the rooms that we have for free, I will do my part for free. You don't have to compensate me any further than that.
Residencies, I think, is what he means.
Residency is something
well,
that could work out.
I'm saying until we get residency, I would like to have our rooms paid for if we're going to be helping out. Instead of paying us, if you can just make sure that the innkeeper is compensated for our rooms, I will gladly help you out until we can purchase a house here.
Okay, well, I will talk to the mayor. I can't promise anything as lavish as this place, but maybe we could arrange for that at the Jigging Squid. Could be compensated much more confidently with that rather than here.
You tell me what you guys can cover for this, and then we'll go from there.
Yes, I apologize. I'm not more prepared with a more firm offer, but this is an immediate need. That's not something that we've put a lot of thought into exactly how to compensate for.
All right, I'm ready to go.
There are two dwarves who will meet you on the north and western end of this town, named Salt, and the other one is named something Gran. Salt and Gran Waterbeard and the lumberjacks. They will all be equipped with axes and saws. You shouldn't be able to miss them. They will be near the northwest watchtower.
Okay.
All right. And that is where we will end our first episode! Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching and for participating. And we are very excited to continue and share this journey with you. We have loved our D&D sessions and wanted to share our joy and our merriment and our beautiful stage. So thank you, and we hope to see you again. And don't forget about the nice giveaway for the beautiful fire giant and the decks of cards, which you will find the information for those on social media, either Instagram or Facebook at The Painted Dungeon.
Subscribe!
Yeah,
Subscribe!
If you liked it, like and subscribe. It's simple as that.
Like and subscribe.
There's the red
We will
button somewhere.
dazzle
He'll
you
make
every
it
week.
work.
It'll be about that guy, be Anderson.
Yes, me.
He'll make it
Also,
work.
in the comments section, let us know if it's Swahugan or Swagin or Shalagin, because I don't know. Let us know in the comment section.
And when we read it, it'll still be pronounced the same.
I might wind up saying it different every time I say it. I can't promise that just yet, but please
Yes.
do let us know. We're very excited, and hopefully we'll have a new and different beautiful stage to share with you each week. Yeah. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.